Yo, what's up? What's up, Zherka? We can't hear you. Where is he? Looks like there's like dogs running around. Shit, Zherka, we can't hear you at all. Okay, he can hear us. I see like a dog in the background. Imagine Zherka owns like a pet store or something. Like that's what he does in his free time. He like runs
Oh,
a
that would be so
store.
nice.
He's actually like like a huge animal lover.
Yeah.
You see like fucking Bambi in the background. You can tell he's in Cali because it's still light out there. It's dark as fuck where I am.
Hello, hello.
There we go. All right, now we can hear you a little bit.
Hello.
Okay, should I turn that up? What's
Yeah,
up?
turn it up.
Yeah, you're really quiet.
How's that?
Better. Say something again.
Hello, hello.
It's still pretty quiet. I would say turn it up.
Okay, how about now?
That's a lot better.
Hmm.
All right, there you are. We're worried about you.
Yeah, no, this is not my house. I'm at Neon Sniper Panda's house.
Okay.
And yeah, he's got like four dogs now because I've never had pets or anything. Like I can't stand them.
Oh, there goes the animal store theory.
No, I
Uh,
think we should be able to eat dogs.
oh, yikes.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
I don't.
that's a little racially motivated of you, Alex.
I'm
You,
not that big a fan of eating dogs. I got a cute little husky. I don't want to eat him.
oh, you
But
got a husky?
yeah,
Oh, that's sweet. That's
that's
sweet.
like a husky.
Be ashamed if something happened to that dog, Alex.
That would be a massive shame.
Are you
Massive shame.
threatening to eat your
I think
dog
I
right
would know
now?
where to look
Well,
if it could happen.
it
Are you?
depends how the debate goes, Stardust.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. All right. Well, it's already going really well for me since you're so late. You were so scared of me that you just showed up late. So I'm, really
Really,
feeling good about
I
myself.
had one guy help me with the tech issues, and then he just left the house, so I had to figure out all this PC stuff myself.
I
This
called
is
it.
pretty quick. This is, what's funny is I said tell Stardust to not be late.
Yeah, I know. I pointed
Yeah.
out the irony of that as we were going. I was like, damn, I can't. I'm surprised Zerko's late. He literally was saying, tell Stardust not to be late. Yeah, I called it. I figured you were having like some tech issues. All right. So anyway, so let's just jump right into it. So topic of debate is toxic masculinity. Zerko, you believe it's a good thing. Stardust believes it's not a good thing. I'll just be a very hands-off moderator. Maybe I'll throw in a few jokes here and there, and if one person is getting continuously interrupted, I will quiet the other person. But other than that, mostly be a debate between you two guys, and yeah, we'll just see how this kind of evolves. I think. So yeah, whoever wants to can kick it off first can do it.
It doesn't exist, bitch.
Doesn't exist.
Fuck no. What define this toxic masculinity shit?
Well, okay, so I don't think masculinity in itself is a bad thing. I like masculinity. I like masculinity in a dude. I think I appreciate it. And I think some sexism is okay, actually. Like hot take, some sexism is
Really?
is fine. Yeah. But I think toxic masculinity is kind of the underlying reason for things like why 80% of suicides are male, right? Because a lot of men don't seek out help until the last minute, or they don't seek out medical help at all. Period. And because of the stigma around mental illness and things like that, people don't seek out help. So we've got 80% of suicides making up men. There's like this idea that um, that men have to be aggressive all the time, which we don't really. I feel bad for men in the way that they are burdened the um with the expectation of being a provider all the time. I definitely feel bad for men in that way. And so I think there are a lot of ways that we can make masculinity not a toxic thing. We can appreciate it for what it is and not push it to its limits.
Okay, well, so what would be an example of toxic masculinity or something you see in society that you're like, whoa, this should be fucking illegal? Like, you can't make that joke.
Well, you can't make things illegal, right? You can't make like cultural things illegal. But I would say like there's, well, I don't think you should. But I would say like we should. There's this like belief that men should be strong, never be vulnerable, never show emotions. I think that's something that that we should try to change culturally.
Right, but what about like in 2023 where all the men are already like a lot like women and soft and always showing emotion? Do you think like when you hear my side critique this, do you think that I'm just seeing things? Or like, let's say you're at Walmart with me, 80-90% of the guys are fucking pussies, they're soy boys, they're losers, they're like Hunter Avalons. I guess in your head you don't see that. You see masculine men. You see a lot of Zherkas walking around, right?
Well, yeah, I see a decent amount of Zherkas. I'm not gonna lie and say
Really?
that I don't see a lot of pussies walking around too, but that's just like most people.
What about, so this whole all the world has gone soy? You don't buy into this narrative?
I think some of the world has gone soy. I agree with you on that, right? But
And wait, let me get this straight.
yeah.
You go to Walmart and you see people like me, or you see people like me online. That's kind of rare.
No, I see a lot of guys like you in person.
And no, you don't. You're such
Yeah.
a liar, dude. Come on. One
Yeah.
guy told, who at which party did some dude say, "Go to the kitchen, bitch"? You meet guys like
Well,
that. Give me
okay.
a fucking break.
I don't
dude.
I don't go to parties, but like when
Okay,
I see like
who's the last guy that's like me? Give the name. I want to Google him.
I can't just
You're
name
bumping
people.
into.
The dudes I see at the grocery store, you think I ask them their name? Like, oh, you're a pretty masculine dude.
So the
Like,
dudes at the grocery store are talking out loud and sounding like me.
no, but they like look like you or whatever, you know?
No, but the ones, no. It's not about looks. It's like, are there guys in public who sound like me? And really, up until Andrew Tate, we didn't really see this. And there's a reason for that. Is like, I'm rare as hell. And I'm rare because I'm not a coward like soy boys. I'm not like, the regular world. I'm not just saying your friends, Stardust. I know your friends are soy, but that's not actually an insult because
You don't know my friends.
Well, I mean, I can easily just say all your friends are little bitches, and I can walk around LA without feeling fearful for my life. You know what I mean?
I don't live in LA. I don't.
Well,
I don't live in
I could say it in any country, and I guarantee your friends aren't gonna come be toxic masculine and press me and shit. But that is my point, that it's so rare to be toxic masculine, and it's the best thing on earth. Like when you think about it, Stardust, you don't know much about my amazing career, but it kind of skyrocketed because of toxic masculinity. You know what I mean? Like if you think about it, you can call Andrew Tate a little toxic masculine, and he took over that bitch. Isn't that a beautiful thing, just to take over and inspire people?
Although to be fair, now he's taking over a Romanian jail cell.
Yeah, I don't think that's working out too well for him. And I don't think I don't think it's I don't think he had really good morals to be teaching people. I think that there's healthy masculinity, and I think that I'm not demonizing masculinity in itself.
What if I said women belong at home? Is this toxic masculine?
I don't know. I think that's an opinion that I disagree with, but I don't know that I would consider it toxic masculinity.
I don't think you even believe toxic masculinity exists anymore. Like this is a
no, I do. I think the expectations put upon men, right? That pressure men and
stop.
life harder for them.
Stop. You said expectations pressure men. Isn't it just reality pressuring men? Like if you think about it, Stardust, you could rub a man's back and say, you don't have to feel the pressure of getting a job and finding a wife. You don't have to feel the pressure. He's going to feel it regardless because
that's not the type of pressure I'm talking about.
What you think
the first thing what was the first thing I said? What was the first example I gave of toxic masculinity?
Yeah, first thing you said, twitter.com/ZherkaOfficial, but Hit it. Go ahead.
That was not what I said.
What did
The
you
first
say?
thing I said was men feeling like they need to be strong and never be vulnerable and never show emotions.
Yeah, I think never is a strong word, but most, like, think about it. What's the prescription you're going to give progressive society? It should be, hey, never show emotions. That's actually a good prescription because they're always fucking showing emotions. It's actually good to lead with the extreme. Do you get it? It's kind of like the real answer would be, hey man, you don't have to show emotions. You have to get your work done and be a man. But because everyone is orgasming with emotion all the time, like a little bitch nonstop, the best thing you could do is just look them in the eye and say, never again, bitch. Because think about it. Stardust, what's the only business plan that cannot fail? If it fails, everyone dies. It's a military unit. And in the military, it's extremely toxic masculine where they look you in your eyes and say, hey, man, you can't show emotion. You got to do this, and shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and then how many people have PTSD after serving time?
Not from being not from being told to shut up.
No, not from being told to shut up, but how many people?
Where's their PTSD come from?
People get PTSD from the combat experience, right? And then what happens afterwards? They don't seek help. Why is 80% of suicides men?
Hold on, one at a time. The PTSD comes from being shell shocked. We agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you're avoiding the combat part of the military. I'm talking about military as in like a basic military required qualifications where you're being trained for 8 weeks. It's extremely toxic masculine. And you're taking me all the way to the beaches of Normandy. But I'm saying, let's say for those 8 weeks, why does that system work so well for men? Why does military work so well for men?
Sorry, no, go ahead.
Yeah, well, I'm asking, why is the military so good for young men? I'm not saying anyone should join the military. I'm saying, why is that system of discipline and toxic masculinity so healthy for them to
I don't think discipline is necessarily, analogous with toxic masculinity, right? Discipline is always good for people. And so the
Who's more disciplined than a soldier?
Right, but that's not even.
No, give me one trade.
That doesn't need to be toxic masculinity, right?
So
discipline doesn't need to be toxic masculinity.
Is a Silicon Valley CEO as disciplined as a fucking Navy SEAL?
They could be, but probably not.
Okay, is it like 99% of the time they're not?
Sorry? You froze up a little bit.
Yeah, is it 99% of the time they are not as disciplined as a Navy SEAL?
I would say 80%, but yeah, 80% of the time.
Yeah, that's my point. That toxic, I would say 99%. A Navy SEAL is way more disciplined than a
discipline is not analogous with toxic masculinity, right?
No, but think about the difference from these two jobs. The only difference is the toxic masculine part of some fucking drill sergeant.
No, the difference is, I would say, is the extreme discipline in one of them. Right. I think there's a huge difference in the amount of discipline required being a soldier, being a person in the army.
The only difference is the execution is done differently by the managers. One is a drill sergeant, the other is like a boss, right? And the drill sergeant, Stardust, you have to agree the drill sergeant is toxic masculine. If you don't, you'll look like a fucking retard.
Well, okay, some drill sergeants, yes.
No, it's not some. Don't do that liberal retard shit. Don't say some. How can you say some? If I was screaming in a girl's face, get up, give me 10 push-ups, everyone on the internet would be like, yeah, that's toxic masculinity. How the fuck are you going to change it for men? That's so easy.
Have you ever heard of have you ever heard of a tiger mom? Like, the concept of a tiger mom?
Yeah.
Who pushes her children like super hard and punishes them extremely hard when they don't meet up to her like insanely high expectations. Is that toxically masculine?
Oh yeah, like nobody want to fuck her when she's like that.
I mean, she wouldn't be a mom if she didn't, people didn't want to fuck her, right?
Well, I guess she's as toxic masculine as a woman can be, but that's exactly my point. Her kids will perform. That's exactly my point.
I don't think that's toxic masculinity.
This is your style. You would look at the tiger mom and you'd be like, hey, I know your son is like the best violinist in the world, but I want to just tell him, hey, no pressure.
No. I don't want to. I don't want to say that.
No, there's
I
a
don't
lot
wanna
of
say that.
pressure,
I think.
kid. If
Wait,
you don't play
I
good
think.
violin,
Wait,
we're gonna
you're
cut
just
your
putting
fucking head
words
off.
in my mouth, Zherka. Okay, I'm fine with discipline. Okay, I was raised by a tiger mom. But I
How
don't
the
think
fuck
that
did
that
you
is
turn out like-
necessarily a. Sorry, what did you say?
How did you turn out like this if you're raised by a tiger?
Wow. Well, you know what, Zherka, and keep your business is your business. My business is my business. Okay, I understand my shortcomings. All right. Anyways, what I was saying, just rude, unbelievably rude. Anyways, what I would say is I don't find discipline to be something that is inherently toxically masculine. Yes, sometimes a drill sergeant is, or most of the time, drill sergeants are. Most of the time, I'm ceding to you. I'm ceding to you, Zherka. I'm ceding to you. Most of the time,
not
the
most.
drill sergeant.
Say every single time.
I'm not saying every time. I would never say every time for anything. It's just like I would never say never.
What?
Right?
When are you gonna have a fruity drill sergeant Stardust?
You can have a fruity and disciplined.
Imagine that. Okay, boys.
You can have both. You can have a fruity, disciplined.
Let's go kill. We're gonna go kill. Oh my god! Today we're gonna fucking kill Osama bin Laden, guys.
Look at that. He's been such a bad boy.
You can have a very disciplined drill sergeant, and they can be very fruity. Okay.
I think you guys need to agree on the definition of toxic masculinity first, because otherwise it's like you guys might be talking about two different things.
Stardust, when we have those fruity drill sergeants, they go viral. So link me the clip.
I don't know. I haven't
Sergeant
seen it yet. But what about female drill sergeants?
What? They fucking suck. Women shouldn't be in the military. They're fucking useless there.
Oh my god.
What? You disagree?
I mean, I think that there are positions that you always need to fill.
Women are so fucking useless in the military.
Okay, you know what? We're physically. I get it, Zherka. We're physically inferior. Okay.
Stardust. Imagine I'm on the beaches of Normandy and Sam, I get shot.
Dude. I know. Okay, I know that women are not as good.
Alex, imagine I get shot and I look up and my whole squad is like a mile down and there's a woman ready to pick up a 260-pound male with his fucking gear.
Okay, there are non-combat positions.
I'm as good as dead, bro. I'll take a bullet.
Oh my god,
I'll kill myself.
You're so
bro.
ridiculous, Zherka.
Are
there not non-combat positions?
Stardust, imagine it gets blurry like in Shaving Private Ryan, and then the first thing I see when I come to.
Wait, you say Shaving Private Ryan? You mean Saving Private?
I'm thinking of the porno. But yo,
what the hell? What kind of porn are you watching? What the fuck?
As soon as Stardust, as soon as the beeping starts, I look up and it's a woman ready to pick me up. You know exactly what I mean. That's the same anxiety as like a female.
That's not what I'm talking about, though, right?
Wait,
okay,
let's Stardust finish.
No, it is what she's talking about because she said.
No, it's not. I'm saying they're non-combat. Wait a minute. There are non-combat positions that women can take in the military that people still need those roles to be filled, right? I'm not saying that. I've never. Wait. Let me finish. I've never said that men and women are equal physically. Obviously, they're not, right? That would be fucking stupid for me to say.
No, but Stardust, you're trying to say, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to go with that Tradcon position where you're like, maybe I'll concede to a conservative talking point. Well, John, maybe women can be maybe they could be nurses. They're good at, even as nurses.
There are studies that show that women make better healthcare providers than men do because they spend more time with their patients.
No, it's because we like looking at their tits. Because think about it. A female nurse cannot even pick up a man. They call a male nurse to pick up a man. They can't even do that.
You'll have people come in and do that, yeah. But I wouldn't underestimate healthcare workers at all. There are some nurses that can really pick up.
Look, here's the truth about nurses. I don't know if it's just Canada, America. If you meet a nurse at the club, she's like, "Yeah, I'm a nurse. I work at the hospital." Like, dude, they fucking suck dick so much. They're so good at sucking dick. They have 1,000 bodies. They fuck so much. They're the horniest people.
Yeah, I've heard nurses are freaky. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather have a female nurse than the male nurse, to be honest. Like, whenever I get a male nurse, I feel kind of weird. I'm like, why is this dude a fucking nurse? Why isn't he a doctor? I don't know.
Alex, it's because you want to see tits. Just be honest.
I mean, I do like titties.
Yeah.
All right, but going back to the initial discussion, so we're kind of now talking about like nurses and shit. Let's go back to toxic masculinity. I think you guys need to agree on, first of all, what the definition of toxic masculinity is, because otherwise you can be talking past.
No, Alex, we agree that the drill sergeant is toxic masculine, but she wants to concede at most of them. Alex, isn't not all of them. Every drill sergeant has to be by their retard liberal position, toxic masculine.
It depends. How do we define toxic masculine? Like, what's the definition?
Take everything a drill sergeant would say to a soldier and put it on Zherka doing it to his girlfriend. Get up, give me 10 push-ups, bitch.
Okay, you know,
Give
when
me a
you
break,
say it like
Alex.
that,
If you use
when
toxic masculinity, you mean like discipline, hard ass, like fucking really hard, really really tough, that type of thing, then yeah, I'm sure it is. But if we mean like actually like abusive to his soldiers or whatever, I don't think that's the case.
Yeah. What I would say is, okay, when you put it like that, things like discipline are not something that are toxically masculine. But if you're talking about just the things that come out of a drill sergeant's mouth, sure, probably most of the time it's toxic stuff that comes out of the drill sergeant's mouth, right? Obviously, but like things like discipline, hard work, grit, these are not things that I say are toxically masculine.
No, Stardust, you would never see a man treat their girlfriend the way a drill sergeant does, because you would go live and ruin his life, cancel him, and call him toxic masculine.
Yeah, that's probably true.
But check this out. She will never do it for the boys. Why don't you apply your stupid thinking and say maybe? Stardust, let me finish, man. Why don't you say to drill sergeants, "Hey, tell your soldiers no pressure." Because it's
I'm not saying that.
Why?
I'm not saying that because discipline is good. I disagree. I agree with you that discipline's good. I think discipline.
Then why are you trying to limit it? Why are you trying to?
I'm not trying to limit it. I don't think discipline is analogous. I don't think discipline is analogous with toxic masculinity. I don't think it is. I think toxic masculinity is very specific.
Yeah, it's specific enough to look identical to a drill sergeant.
It's not discipline.
Toxic masculinity is a drill sergeant.
Drill sergeants are toxically masculine in what they say to people, not in the discipline that they instill in people.
But they're instilling it through the verbal, as in it's a good system for men worldwide, not just soldiers.
Okay, wait. Let me ask you a clarifying question, which I think will help. Zherka, do you consider someone like Zherka willing to be toxically masculine or just masculine?
Definitely when he's training his soldiers, I would consider it toxic masculine, because where's this gay word comes from? The liberal paradigm, right?
Because I would think of someone like Jocko as someone who's like very, very like masculine, but I don't see anything toxic about him, right? He's like ultra masculine, ultra tough, but he's not like really abusive in any way.
Wait, like because you watch his content, do you think he's the same way when he's?
Oh, he could be totally different. I'm just going off assuming that he's the same way.
You don't think he puts the fear of God into his men?
Yeah, most likely, I guess. I don't know.
What about in a combat zone? You don't think he's toxic masculine there?
If he's the way he is on YouTube, no. If he's somewhat different, then yeah, for sure it could be.
Alex, my point is, we all agree it works. It's a good system for raising men, and she agrees too. But her prescription to the regular average man, like Hunter Avalon and all those guys, is, hey, no pressure. Don't worry about
my prescription.
Well, you said it. She said it.
She said it. No, I didn't say it.
Why don't you clarify then, Stardust?
Yeah, I don't think that.
Thing. Am I one in the chat?
No, what are you talking about? When I talk about pressure, I'm not talking about pressure as in discipline. Discipline is good for people, right? What I'm talking about is this idea that men can't be vulnerable or show emotions, right? You can be disciplined and still be in touch with your inner psyche and know that you need to go get help, right?
Can you do that in the military?
I mean, you should.
What the fuck are you talking about?
If you're having a fucking breakdown internally, I don't want you on my fucking team, because you're probably gonna defect or something, run away, go AWOL.
No, not breakdown. You said they want to show emotion and have their little gay talks. 10 talks.
I'm not talking about having their emotions, having gay talks, whatever that is. Being in touch with your vulnerability, being in touch with your emotions, being in touch with what's going on inside you, in your psyche, right? And I don't want a soldier. You should not want a soldier either going AWOL or defecting or running away, like Bo Bergdahl, who had, Bo Bergdahl ended up putting the military through so much hell because he like ran away, went AWOL.
Yeah, one dude. And how many toxic masculine dude actually, protected our freedoms for Israel and all that? But check this out, Stardust. Can I ask you something? Okay. There's no, I'll just word it like this. I'm not even going to ask you. There is no man more in touch with their feminine sides and feeling sides and motherly nature than a heroin addict. It's so fucking dangerous to teach men that feelings, gay ass shit. This is the mental plane. This is the mental world where my ideas and your ideas, they tangle, they fight. I shoot yours down because they're pathetic. The mental world has no fucking room for men sucking on each other's gynecomastia. You will kill yourself if you're an emotional man, because you don't just become emotional white belt. You become a black belt eventually. Men who are emotional, they go to prison, they stab people, they shoot up heroin. They're the biggest losers in society. Men who sound like me, we're winners. You'll never see me shoot up heroin, but my nose is itchy.
What do you think happens to
Wait, I
what do you
don't
think
understand
happens
that.
to veterans who don't seek out mental help?
Oh, are you saying that they're depressed and blah blah blah, right?
Yeah, there are plenty of veterans, plenty of ex military people
Yeah.
who end up being homeless or end up killing themselves
I think like
because
a better analogy is like in Vietnam, all those people were doing heroin, right? All our soldiers.
Yeah, no, not all. The masculine ones didn't. The masculine ones came
right,
home
but
and
that's not what I'm talking about, right? When what I'm talking about is people ex-military or people who are ex people who are veterans, right? Come out of the military. What happens if they're in a bad mental state and they're not seeking help for it? They end up homeless. Some of them end up killing themselves,
started.
right?
All
There's
right.
a high
Yeah, I
percentage
get
of
what you're
that.
saying. I get what you're saying. My brother is a therapist, and he told me after he finished his master's degree, be careful when you advise people to get therapy, because there are liberal type therapists who say sometimes you just got to give yourself a hug. There's professional therapists who are libs like you. That temperament does not help anyone. People
I
kill
don't care about
themselves.
your
No,
one
hold
person
on.
anecdote.
No. This is millions of people. There are therapists who drive men to suicide. If you want a therapist, get someone who's like a drill sergeant. Do not get someone coddling your gay ass, pussy ass feelings. And guess what? You're choosing heroin. Stop acting like you fell on a needle. You're choosing it, you fucking worm.
Okay, I think the vast majority, if you looked at the people who commit suicide after serving in the military, you will see that those people are depressed. Those people have PTSD or they have some other mental illnesses going on, and the only way that you can really seek help for that is going not just therapy, right? Seeing a psychiatrist, seeing doctors, right? So you have to be in touch with knowing that there's something wrong. You have to be in touch with
It doesn't work.
the fact that
Stardust,
you
it doesn't
need
work.
that
It
that
doesn't
you
work.
need to seek out help before
It
it's
doesn't
too
work,
late.
Stardust. It doesn't work. If your therapist don't sound like Andrew Tate, you're getting scammed.
I don't know about that. I don't think that's
You
true.
think if your therapist doesn't sound like a tiger mom, you're getting scammed. You really think a fucking nice soft therapist that just wants to hit their bottom line and make money is going to save you from
I'm
suicide?
not talking
Are you
about a
fucking
nice
retarded?
soft therapist, right? You have to go seek
Yes, you are.
medical help, right?
what-
If you have all these issues going on, hopefully you're not just seeing a therapist. Hopefully you're seeing other medical doctors too.
Wait, Zherka, so just to clarify, you are on board with the idea of therapy, but only if it's the right kind of therapist, right?
He has to have a red hat on.
Okay. So you're not like anti-therapy. You're just like, I'm anti like super
No.
duper liberal therapy.
No, I'm actually really pro therapy because like I had no idea that people don't. I thought it was just idiots and crazy people and stuff, but there are people who actually go to therapy just to increase their business and how much
Yeah.
money they make.
Yep,
I didn't know
yep.
that existed.
Yep.
And I have some friends in LA and they showed me some things and I didn't know that existed. But yeah, therapy, if you have nothing wrong with you, but you get a therapist, you make way more money for some reason because
You
they
can.
kind of, they poke at your problems and your thought loops, you know? But yeah, no, I think if you have a good therapist, you're kind of unstoppable.
Are you guys even necessarily disagreeing on much then? You're just
No,
you're,
I'm disagreeing because she's trying to make the point and she keeps like fucking running from it. I don't know why. It is your point.
Running from what point?
You're trying to make the point that toxic masculinity is bad for how much pressure men are under. I'm saying the pressure is going to be there regardless and your style doesn't work. And guess what? The pressure, when you liberals talk about pressure, well, if we could just make everyone in the classroom not slap each other, and there's a kid in the kindergarten classroom slapping everyone and bullying them. If everyone could just play nice, think of the problem of evil, you dumb materialist. Evil exists. There's always going to be a bully in class slap the shit out of everyone. You can never make the world soft. Give up on your stupid retard politics.
I'm not trying to
Never
make the world
make
soft.
the world soft.
I'm not trying to make the world soft.
You know what my therapist said? My brother said when I was talking to him, he's never said to me, "Be in touch with your feelings." You know what he said to me? He said, "Make sure your external matches your internal." Meaning that if you want to talk about, let's say, the truth and MAGA, but all you do is fuck bitches on stream, you're living a phony life, and it's gonna develop mental illness.
That sounds like being in touch with the internal.
I don't know if you guys are disagreeing that much.
No.
Yeah,
no.
I don't.
No.
He
never told me to be soft. He actually said,
I'm not trying to make the world soft, John. I think that
Yes, you are.
discipline is good. I think discipline is good. I think grit is good. Right? What I think.
Hold on, pause. Look at this Nicole stupid whore in chat. She said, "Zherka, you are soft, bro. Loud people are usually soft." I've never lost a street fight, 5 years of bouncing, and I always hear this quote, "The loud guy can't fight." Bring your gay ass boyfriend here, watch what I do to him, and I'll be as quiet as a church mouse, you dumb hoe. Your mom's a whore, you're a whore, your lineage is whores.
You are like, can I just speak? Because I feel like you are attributing opinions to me that I don't have, right? I'm not against discipline. I'm not against hard work. I'm not against people like toughing it out and getting harder, if anything, right?
But you're against.
But wait a minute. Wait, let me finish what I'm saying, motherfucker.
She's running.
I'm not running, motherfucker. What I'm trying to say is that people need to acknowledge when they need help, right? If somebody is like in a really bad mental state, they need to be aware that they need to go and get help for that. I don't want another fucking, we need to change the suicide statistics, dude. We gotta change it. There's clearly something not working for men.
All male suicide comes from the problem of grief and despair, and that's called your fault. It's women's fault. Men kill themselves, period.
Wait, what?
All male suicide is because of women. Everyone knows this. Everyone's afraid to say it. That's the truth, okay? It's, I lost my job. They're not afraid that they fucking ruined their career. They're afraid that the bitch is going to divorce them from financial pressure, that they're not going to have a home to go to their medicine and relax and heal. All male suicide is women's
pretty
fault.
Soft right now, Zherka.
All male suicide is women's fault. Not 80, not 90.
What happened to personal responsibility? What happened to personal responsibility?
Yeah, you should probably start by looking at the camera and apologizing and saying, "Hey, I contributed."
Okay, right, Zherka. I think men have the ability to be in touch and know when they need help.
Oh yeah,
I believe men. Shut the fuck up, motherfucker. Okay, I think men have the ability. I believe in men. I believe in men's ability to seek out help before it's too late. I believe in men's ability to take responsibility for their own lives and lift themselves up. And you know what? I'm not saying it's easy, right? But what you're saying now is that it's a woman's fault. That sounds like something somebody soft would say. Honestly, that sounds like something somebody soft would say.
Women agree.
No personal responsibility. No, hey men, we need to get our shit together.
You want some personal responsibility? If it was the 1950s, it'd be the men's fault.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I mean, I understand your perspective. I disagree with it, but
I mean, think about it. If a man busts his ass off, whether he works 5 billion hours a week, whether he makes 5 million, 10 million, 100 million, $1 billion, his wife, the woman he wants to spend the rest of his life with and go through the gates of heaven with, will not be a virgin. All you women have failed. That's the truth.
How do we get on virginity?
I'm saying you guys have never, ever brought anything to the group project for the last 30, 40 years of this gay progressive experiment. Okay. You failed. You are the reason. Even conservative women, believe me.
What percentage of women in the 1940s and 1950s were on barbiturates?
I don't know.
A lot. Surprisingly a large amount of women who were stay-at-home moms were on barbiturates.
At least there was no rape back then.
You think that there was no rape? You think that there was no rape.
Oh yeah, because in the 1950s they were going
Although
gang.
Stardust, to be fair though, those barbiturates were very commonly prescribed back then. No one knew that they were bad, so it was a totally different medical system.
Yeah,
back
but
then.
there was still a chronic problem with
Yeah,
stay-at-home
sure.
stay-at-home
Wait,
wives
wait,
that they were unhappy
wait.
enough that they were
Stardust.
unhappy enough
Stardust,
that
let me get
they
this
were
straight.
being prescribed barbiturates.
Stardust, where do most molestation and rape happen? It's some dude at the bar they meet or on Tinder, and it's not the husband. So 1950s, you'd have to go to marital
Most
rape.
molestation and happens from within the family.
Okay, I'm not talking about
shit.
fucking when they're children, bro. I'm talking about an adult looking for a partner. I'm not talking about your uncle, Stardust. I'm talking about
majority of like sexual harassment, not harassment, sexual assault happens from people you know.
Okay, I'm talking about being raped by someone you're dating, the big one, not being touched as a child.
Being raped by somebody you're dating, you know that person. You trust that person. Those are the most dangerous types.
You know him from Tinder is my point. You met him on
that's not how the statistics lay out for sexual assault.
Where in liberal society are people finding their partners? You think they're finding them in the church?
No, I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you. I don't like Tinder either, but I still think that we have to look at the majority of sexual assault. Majority of sexual assault, Zherka. The statistics show that it's people that you know. It's people that you trust that take advantage of you.
I can vouch for. That is true.
My point is, in the 1950s, it was not common like it is today at all.
It wouldn't matter because 70% of sexual assault survivors know their perpetrator.
But the only way you would make sense is if you said in the 1950s there was marital rape, which is the statistics would still be so small that it's not even worth talking about. But now look at this. All of our problems, rape and male pressure and male suicide and all this, all of it comes from your political worldview. You guys have been in power, whether conservative or liberal, you guys have done your gay shit, rainbow shit for the last 40 years. All male suicide comes from the feminine side of politics, which is the liberal side, right?
I don't know. I'm gonna need to see.
Would you agree that the liberal side is more like artsy and the conservative side is more orderly? And would you agree to that?
Sure.
Okay, yeah.
Sure.
So you see what I mean? The feminine spirit, your Jezebel spirit, right, that took over the world. It's women's fault. It's your energy. Can you
explain that more?
The male principle is active. The female principle is passive, right? That's why a good wife, when men stay with a good wife, she's nurturing, she's passive, but she never gets in his way, never gets in front of his money, never argues, and she just lives in a great house and has a great life. When women became these trying to be men and stuff, it ruined the world because it's like, dude, whether I work hard or not, she's not going to be a virgin. She's going to argue. She's going to be manly. I'm going to kill myself. There's no fucking, they go to there's no point place because of your liberal feminine politics.
If you look at if you look at the statistics for stay-at-home moms today, stay-at-home moms are more likely to be depressed. They're more likely to be isolated, and they're more likely to be economically vulnerable. So being a stay-at-home mom is not like the life that a lot of women want, right? They're
hello all stay-at-home moms. All your problems, you deserve them, because when you start bitching about I'm bored, bro, when we're killing ourselves. Women don't even kill themselves. Women don't even kill themselves, Stardust. We don't give a fuck about your problems anymore. We got a genocide on our side. You guys are fucking playing with a fucking vacuum cleaner and bitching. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck about your problems.
I'm not talking about
our side is being
economically vulnerable. Stay-at-home moms are more likely to be depressed, isolated, economically vulnerable.
Good. I don't give a fuck.
When these statistics show that being a stay-at-home mom leads to all these things versus being a working mom, then why would any woman choose to be a stay-at-home mom?
Yeah, it's statistics from liberal studies, from liberal think tanks, right? Like, give me a break, dude. You think you wouldn't be happier with a family, Stardust?
You think that what?
Women wouldn't be happier with a family and staying at home? They'd
women
rather be on Discord. Come on.
I think women would be happy with a family. But I
All
think,
women. Say
but
all
I,
women.
I think, no, I think most women would be happy with a family, but I think women still want something beyond their families to contribute to, and something to work towards. Right? People want a purpose in their lives.
Okay, maybe agree to disagree, because I'm not gonna I'm not gonna budge an inch here, right? We're killing ourselves. I'm gonna be on this corner defending men. You can be on the corner that never kills themselves and has no problems, and you guys literally have no problems.
I'm on the corner that I care about men killing themselves. Who's the one who brought up the statistic in this conversation? Me. I'm the one who cares about it. I'm the
Look
one
at
who cares about men seeking help before it's too late, before they kill themselves, before they put a gun in their mouths.
yeah, from your politics.
Not from my politics, from them being depressed and having PTSD and not seeking out help.
They get PTSD listening to Zherka, right? A lot of Zherka listeners will kill themselves.
I'm not saying that. No.
No, I could imagine some of your viewers though. I'm kidding. But yeah, Stardust, I don't know, man. Like, how would you fix the world then? Like, what would you prescribe? Would you say toxic masculinity needs to be taxed? Should we start taxing?
No, I mean, you can't make legislation to attack the cultural issue, right?
Isn't that all you guys do? All you guys
What
do
do you
is
mean?
attack. All you liberals do is attack white culture.
White culture?
Yes.
Like how?
Oh, you don't believe in the narrative that the straight white male is the most hated?
I mean, I've seen some ragging on white dudes from like leftists, yeah, and I think it's cringe, but it like I would say that
You don't see it on every
conflate-
channel you flip to on TV. I think it's every single channel: Netflix, Hollywood, CNN, Fox.
I don't watch. I don't do much else except work. But I would say that you can't legislate a cultural issue. I think it just has to be something that we as a group kind of advocate for. We advocate for men. There's nothing wrong with masculinity. I think men need masculinity. They need they need to be able to embrace that side of themselves, right? But it's toxic when you've got these cultural perceptions that you can't seek out help until it's the last minute.
Stardust, do you have a penis?
I do not. No.
Okay. All right. Just being, progressive and all that.
Do you have a vagina?
On my mouth right now. Yeah. Watch this. All right. I'm spitting blood right now. All right. This is PMS time. And I'm the only one on the internet who said this, and I have to say that because people keep copying my stuff. But anecdotally, I don't want to just use my example of being a man, but if you ask any man in that chat, any chat, when was the happiest time in your life, their memory is going to be an extremely masculine version of themselves. But when you ask them, when is the most depressed time in your life with suicidal thoughts and all that, it'll be their most feminine week or month. When they're
I'm not saying men need to be feminine. I don't think men.
Well, that's
need to be
what
feminine.
Being in touch with your feelings is.
I don't think it is. No, I don't think it is. I think being. I'm not talking about being in touch with your feelings in the sense where like you're making friendship bracelets with your friends. Okay, I'm talking about you seek out help. You go to a medical professional before you've reached a point where it's too late. That is taking personal responsibility, and that is being in touch with yourself, right? But as far as like feminizing men, I don't care. I don't want to feminize men, right? I don't want men to be feminine. I want men to be masculine. I like masculine men. My boyfriend is masculine. I appreciate masculine men. I wouldn't date. If I wanted to date a feminine man, I would just date a woman, right?
What does he do that's masculine? What does he do? Did he tell you to shut up ever?
I mean, sometimes he does, yeah. But
that's kind of hot. That's kind of like, ooh, now both of our vaginas are excited.
Dude, there's an interesting statistic I just looked up. Apparently, okay, this is interesting. So apparently, women are 3 times more likely to try to commit suicide, but men are more likely to actually commit suicide. So
they can't even do that, Alex. They can't do anything.
Follow through. But in terms of like who's actually more suicidal, it seems that it's women, but men just follow through a lot more. Versus women are like typically like they're suicidal, but then they don't do it. It's an interesting.
They choose less lethal methods, I think, and then it ends up like just not working.
Alex, I love math. I'm always attempting math, but I never do it. But I'm a mathematician, bro. You guys shouldn't pay attention to me.
Yeah, if you say so, Zherka. If you say so. All All right, I'll let you guys go back to it.
Okay, I don't want you to think like I think you have this incorrect view of me that I want to like make men feminine, and I really don't. I think men need masculinity, just like women need femininity. I think
Where
that
is it, Stardust? Where every girl who gets with me, their pussy is sulked because they're like, oh, he's so masculine. Oh my God. And then I go, if I'm hyper masculine and toxic masculine and she's getting orgasms from it, why is she not hyper feminine? Why is she maximum mid? She's mid at being feminine. Where are the feminine women on earth? They're nowhere to be found because you guys never held up your end of the bargain. You cheated us.
what is femininity?
None of you are virgins. None of you stop bitching. None of you are ever getting out of our way.
Zherka, are you a virgin?
No.
Okay, then what makes you think that
Wait,
you can live a lifestyle that you can live a lifestyle where you fuck bitches, right? But those bitches have to be virgins?
Are you fucking retarded? I lost my virginity at 20 years old. How many of your hoe friends did that? No woman does that
lost
ever.
Mine at 21.
Don't stop it, Stardust. What the average woman, when do they lose it?
I don't know.
Are you kidding me that you're gonna do a purity test?
Wait, Zherka, I'm not. Wait, Zherka, no. Fuck you. Okay, I didn't lose mine until I was like 21, right? I don't know what the average age is for women losing their virginity, right? I don't pay attention to statistics like that. But men, there are plenty of men. There are tons of men who go, they sleep around, and if men are sleeping around, you cannot be expecting a virgin.
Oh my fucking God. It's the duty of the woman to close her legs, bro.
And then maybe it should be the duty of the man too, because I don't want a man infested with STDs.
Yes, you do. You guys don't even care about that.
No, I care. I care about STDs. I don't want a dude who's
Wait, so like women being promiscuous is men's fault as well?
No, it's not men's fault. Women being promiscuous is it's on them. It's their own personal responsibility. And in some instances I do agree that I think women are too quick to settle, right? I don't like modern day hookup culture, but I think that men sleep around as well. And you can't be expecting women to be virgins when half of the population is also sleeping around.
No, they're not. You're assuming men are getting as much sex as women. That's fucking.
I'm not saying they're getting as much, but they're still
getting
none, a decent amount.
Dude, 80% of men are getting none. So stop lying to me.
80%. I don't know if it's 80%, but
bro, every single girl I'll fuck also fucks Leonardo DiCaprio in LA. Like the top guys get everything. They share it. 80% of men are getting zero. Everyone knows this, bro.
It's like 30%, but yeah, I see your general point.
Even Destiny admitted finally.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, I think, I still think that.
Aren't you tired of winning? Aren't you women tired? You're not virgin. You're not this. You hold our credit cards. You guys don't commit suicide. You win in every level. At some point, shut the fuck up. You guys have everything. We have nothing.
What kind of person do you think I am? I've already said that men commit 80% of the suicides, right? Sure, men, it's harder for men. I will say it's harder for men to get laid than it is for women, right? And I'll definitely
look how evil you liberals are. You'll always do that.
Evil. I'm trying to build a bridge with you, Zherka.
You guys always do that. Yeah,
I'm trying to build a bridge with you.
No, you're not. That's so fake.
I am.
Stardust, you were
I'm the one who brought up the statistics about suicide, motherfucker. Okay, don't act like you care about men when you weren't even going to bring up that statistic until I brought it up.
You were about to say, yes, men have it harder than women. That is snake-like. What you want to say, if you want to be honest, is women are winning and men are losing at every fucking angle. Yes, you do. And you're not for the truth.
No. I don't think that's true. I think
what field do men win at?
I think men and women are both suffering, right? But men are being left behind.
Women are. Alex, are you fucking?
You gotta let me speak, motherfucker.
You're gonna let her say.
God.
You're gonna let her say women are suffering in 2023?
Wait, men are
Get the
winning in
fuck
most
outta
things:
here.
sports, politics, money. Like pretty much every field, men dominate. What like women dominate very little. We men are
No.
dominating most things.
Alex, we're talking about suicide and
Oh,
despair.
suicide? Yeah, men commit suicide more. Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
men win at
because
suicide. Is that what you want? Like,
no.
like,
What I want you to say is never do the whole. Well, both are suffering. They're not both suffering. Stop lying. You guys don't even kill yourselves. You're not suffering. Stop comparing.
no, okay,
You're comparing a fucking young man who's hung himself in his house to a bitch complaining on Twitter. And you're saying they're both
I'm
suffering.
not.
You're
When did
sick
I bring
in
up
the head.
Wait,
You said they're
wait.
both
Who
suffering.
brought up the bitch complaining on Twitter except for you? Who
You
brought
said
that
they're-
person up?
You
I
said
did
they're
not bring
both
that person up.
suffering.
I don't give a fuck about the
You
bitch
said they're
complaining on
both
Twitter.
suffering.
I
You said
don't give a fuck about the bitch complaining on Twitter. I'm sorry,
Okay.
I don't.
Are they
I
both
don't.
suffering? Are they Stardust? Are men and women both suffering right now in 2023?
Yeah, I think men and women are suffering, but they're suffering in different ways, right? Different ways.
Oh my God. So why don't I do that? Next time I see a woman that gets beat up by a dude and she's left bloody, I'll go up to her and I'll be like, I'm suffering too right now, but in a different way.
That's not what I'm saying though. You're right. You're
stupid as hell.
asking. That's not even the context of the conversation. But I've never.
It's all you guys know. That's all you know is how to middleman it.
Shut up! Can you let me get one word in, dude? I've never disputed that men have it hard. That was like my whole thesis for this argument, right? Part of the reason why men have it hard is because of the expectations that toxic masculinity puts on them.
Sure. Yeah, because it's not the worldly pressures, right?
I mean, some worldly pressures as well, right?
Stardust, you have to make $100,000 a year, have friends, which is really hard to do, and be confident enough to keep meeting people and getting out there to even be accepted by society. A woman can just walk in a room and she's accepted. Like, you guys have no problems to say it's the same. We're both suffering. Women are not suffering in 2023. They're not.
I disagree. I disagree with that.
I think we have to increase their suffering. I think we have to start telling them, hey, bitch, shut the fuck. I'm kidding. I really think we should be dismissive of women because that's evil. Stardust, I consider you like better than most women, actually. But you see how you are also capable of the evil of comparing men killing themselves to women's problems? That's evil.
I'm not comparing
people
the
like
two.
you.
This
people
is
like you.
such a low. Wait, this is
people
such
like
a low
you.
IQ take. This is such a
People
low
like
IQ.
you know what you are.
This is such a low IQ
Stardust, you know what
statement,
you
dude.
are?
I didn't
You
even
are-
compare the two.
You said they're both
Don't
suffering.
fucking put words in my mouth.
You said they're both suffering while we're
You
talking
asked me if you ask
suicide.
me that if they're suffering, yes, I'm going to say that they're suffering. I'm not talking about comparing suicide rates. Obviously, I care about men's suicide rates. I was the one who brought it up. You know what else I'll bring up? Most work-related deaths and injuries, 90% of them are men.
I think we all know this. Like we've heard it a million times. We know who Jordan Peterson is, bro.
I don't know if you guys are necessarily disagreeing on too much.
We are. She's pandering to both sides. She's pandering to both sides. When
he wants an opponent that doesn't exist.
But wait, Zherka, do you legitimately? Okay, so are you being hyperbolic when you say like it's men, it's like women don't suffer at all, or are you just generalizing and saying, well, of course both sides suffer, but I think men suffer more?
No, I'm saying what her and every influencer do, male and female. They run kiosk streams where they try and maximize their donations by saying you're suffering, but deep down on a lie detector test, her and Destiny and all of them would score that men are suffering and women are not.
But when you say women are not, do you mean like women suffer less than men, or do you like literally?
I'm saying it's so minuscule, the percentage of women suffering on Earth. It's not worth talking about.
Okay, so you're saying it's like completely insignificant, basically.
Yeah, it's like.
But then you guys definitely do have a disagreement there, because I would
huge
assume Stardust would say that's not true, that men and women would suffer in different ways.
Yeah. And remember, that's why she's frozen, Destiny's frozen when I talk like this, because we all feel it. The chat feels it. Everyone. No, but everyone feels what I'm saying is true. I know it's
words in
politically
my
incorrect.
mouth. You're putting opinions that I don't have into me. Like, stop making a character to fight and actually talk to
Oh,
me.
Wait,
okay.
Stardust. But to be fair, I think your position is that men and women suffer in different ways, versus his position
Yeah.
is like, no, like women don't suffer at all in any significant way. So
Yeah,
you guys
no, I
do,
agree with that. I agree that's our difference, right?
yeah.
But
So that is a
but like
legitimate dispute.
throughout this like this entire thing, like he's saying that you're lying, what you really believe is this. Like, no, I'm telling you what I believe. Actually engage with what I'm telling you.
Yeah, so I think
It's
Zerka's trying to argue. I guess again, like I'm not trying to like debate on his behalf or anything, but I think his argument would be that like, well, deep down inside, like for whatever reason, you don't really believe that, and you know deep down inside I'm right. I think that's like the argument he's trying to make.
What are you, Mr. Girl? What? Like telling me how I feel? Like
I'm,
what's going on
I'm
here?
just trying to bridge the gap between you two.
No,
But
no,
yeah.
I know, but that's like some Mr. Girl shit. That's what Mr. Girl would do. Oh, let me tell you how you feel. Let
I
me
guess
tell
Zerka,
you,
maybe,
you don't
Zerka,
actually believe that.
Zerka,
I think you're lying.
maybe you could explain why you don't believe what she says that what she says. Like, why do you think she's not telling the truth?
because my biggest problem with libs, lefties, and all spawns of Satan is the comparison game. That they'll always do that comparison thing where it's like, hey, we're all suffering. And it's kind of like, it's funny because imagine if I said that for BLM, right? If she said Black Lives Matter and I went up to her and I'm like, no, all lives are suffering, all lives, and then she'd immediately change her position. She's totally phony. You can see it in her face. She's totally a fraud.
Stardust, you want to respond to that?
That makes no sense to me.
Really? I made it so simple though.
No, you
I made
didn't.
it
You're
for a
saying if I
woman.
said Black Lives Matter and you came up to me and said all lives matter, that I would what, change my opinion or something?
And let's say we're talking about police killing black men.
Uh-huh.
And I came up to you and said, well, white guys died too. You'd say that's not the issue, John.
Well, no, I would say it's true that they do die too, and it's true that yes, all lives matter. But the point of the people who are out in the street who are using that, right, who are using that tagline, the reason why they're saying that is because of this, right?
Okay, maybe you're telling the truth, but do you get the analogy that you're doing the both sides shit? And
I'm not doing the both sides shit.
Both sides are suffering.
You are creating a person to argue with that doesn't exist.
Both sides are suffering is literally like saying Zeke I'm with Hitler to me. That's the worst thing you could say. When you say, I'm talking about male suicide after you brought it up, you said both sides are suffering, John. You're literally Hitler.
I didn't say that in response. You asked me if men are suffering. I said, yes, men are suffering. I also think that women are suffering.
No, you don't.
How does that have to do with the suicide thing?
I'm saying you're being disgenuine. You don't.
I think you're being disingenuine.
Okay, so women are suffering. Okay, yeah, with their 8 cats, I guess. I guess agree to disagree. I don't want to go like in retard circles.
All right, we can move back to the. Do you guys have any more disagreement about the toxic masculinity part? There's one guy, Zherka. There's one dude in the chat. His name is Duke. He has a YouTube channel. He has some massive disagreements with you. So whenever you guys finish,
he sounds like he's. Yeah, I heard he's a homosexual, right?
No, he's not. He's straight.
I can sense it.
Dude, he's a straight dude. I trust. I know this dude pretty well. He's not gay, but yeah. So I could always bring him on for a little fun after you guys are done with the main part of the debate.
Yeah. I would say, do you think like women are not suffering if like with modern hookup culture? Do you think that like modern hookup culture does anything good for them? I don't know.
But they're choosers, right? They get to open the legs. It's their choice, and they're just being dumb.
Yeah, but
right?
a lot of that is also like the belief that you have to, right? That you have to put out for a man, otherwise he's never going to like stay around for you, right?
Yeah, because women believe fucking him on the first date is why he's gonna stick around.
Yeah, I mean, some women do. Yeah.
Dude, deep down, every woman knows that fucking him on the first date is a horrible idea. They just have no self-control.
I don't think that's true. I think there are a lot of women who have who have had this idea that men will only stay with you based on what you put out for them, instilled in their heads.
Oh, right. I remember when a model didn't give me head the first night I met her. I totally blocked that 9 out of 10 model, Alex.
I mean, okay, I'm not talking about 9 out of 10 models. I'm talking
Stop
about
it.
average women, right?
Yeah, even average women are not getting ghosted because the guy didn't get any. Give me a break.
I think you'd be surprised.
She's left us plan B or plan C.
I don't know. I think you'd be surprised.
Wait, Zherka, if a chick doesn't put out after several dates, you wouldn't ghost her? I personally would. I'd give her a few dates, but after a while, I would just drop her if she's like consistently not putting out.
No, you don't delete her number. You eventually
No,
hit her up.
I'll leave her in the history and maybe hit her up like once a year. Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm saying. That she's always.
Yeah, no, I've had dudes who when you don't put out on the first date, who will stop talking to you. It's more common than you'd think. So
maybe, but I think it'd be very stupid to put out on the first date, no matter who you are.
Sure, it may be stupid, but it doesn't change that part of that is like a cultural issue, right?
I mean, culture. When you say cultural issue, you mean liberalism, the poison that ruined you.
I don't think it's necessarily liberalism. Liberalism is just about individual liberty, right? The idea around a man not sticking around because you won't sleep with him, that's not necessarily something that's liberalism. I think that's just modern.
I'm saying culture. That hookup culture has no boundaries because the West ran away from the Bible.
I disagree with that.
You disagree? Yeah. What? This liberal society comes from inverting the cross. You know that, right?
I think there are plenty of Christian liberals. There are plenty of things that liberalism.
That's like saying a Muslim liberal. That's not a fucking.
Yeah,
Muslim.
there are like plenty tenets of liberalism that are perfectly compatible.
No.
With
Liberalism.
Christianity.
Liberalism has to be seen. This is the only way you can combat it. It must be seen as a religion. You cannot be a liberal Christian. You're not going to be a homosexual Christian, bro.
No, liberalism is not about homosexuality. It's not about
yes, it is. You guys.
No, it's not. Liberalism is about individual liberty.
Yeah, you guys want to maximize individual liberty as long as it doesn't fucking bother your fucking neighbor. That means you believe you can marry your mom because it's not bothering anyone.
No, I mean, I think people still need to have morals on top of that individual liberty, right? You don't want people
Okay, can a man marry a dog if it doesn't harm the dog or anyone?
It would harm the dog.
No, if he doesn't touch the dog.
I don't think he should marry the dog. What is the purpose?
You're going against. I can run this argument to go to the homosexuality thing is what I'm trying to say, but okay. I guess you don't believe in liberal philosophy, but most liberals would say, yeah, you can marry a dog. You can do you believe men can be furries?
I think men can be furries as long as they don't hurt other people.
Okay, that's exactly my point. You fucking get there faster. Can men
but that's
marry
different
their
from
dog
marrying and fucking a dog? What the fuck?
I didn't say fucking. He doesn't touch the dog.
What is he gonna do when he marries the dog? What's the point of the marriage?
You just cuddle the dog.
It's his furry lifestyle. How am I giving?
Talking about?
How are you understanding the furry thing, but not marrying the dog?
He would marry another furry, not a dog. That's just like
the point I'm trying to make. No, I'm saying he's not going to touch the dog.
Why wouldn't he touch the dog? What is the purpose of a marriage?
Why is she obsessed with fucking a dog?
What is the purpose of a marriage?
I'm saying she's
do you get married to somebody with the purpose of not fucking them? Explain that one to me.
Yeah, if you're asexual, you like that liberal retard argument? Now, if he didn't fuck the dog, would it be okay?
No, he's not marrying the dog. I'm sorry, but marrying the dog. Why would you marry something with the intention to not fuck it?
Why would you be a furry? Why would you be an asexual furry that just cuddles all day? That's my point.
Then why would they get married in the first place? They wouldn't.
Furries do get married.
Okay, but asexual people, I don't think they get married.
I think mentally they do get
married. Are furries mentally ill? I don't want you to lose any friends.
Probably. Yeah.
Not all of them. Okay, yeah, I don't want to get you in hot water, but I'm kind of just showing where the male female brain disagrees. I'm not really here to dunk on you.
No, I know.
Like,
But I think you're attributing arguments to me that I don't hold.
I'm
So.
not that evil, dude.
Mm.
Like, believe me, Stardust, I can be manipulative if I want to. I'm not doing that to you. Like, when you say
I don't think you're
both are-
intentionally doing it. I don't think you're intentionally doing it.
no,
but-
you're trying to water down the both men and women are suffering, and I know why you water it down. You want to sneak it in there to make it sound like an argument, but you kind of that's like throwing a nuke.
What do you mean?
You can't say both men and women are suffering after building up the whole, building on the premise that men kill themselves and have way worse lives. You agree men have.
I didn't say that.
You agree men have worse lives.
Not necessarily.
Holy fake as fuck. How is this not fake now?
I think that
suicide,
I'm talking about suicides, right? But that doesn't necessarily mean, like, on a whole, that somebody's life is worse, right? That means that somebody's got untreated medical issues, untreated like psychiatric illnesses or something like that, right?
I think Stardust, he would be referencing more statistics. He would be talking about like rates of drug addiction. Men are typically more addicted to drugs than women. Men are typically have less friends on average than women do.
Yeah, and that's
on average, like by a lot of statistics, men probably would, I would say, have it worse. But
yeah, and I think
isn't it sad that we all have to pretend like we have to read a list, like we don't already know men's lives suck?
I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing that like men's lives suck. Right?
Yeah, you're trying to do the whole like word loops, right?
Zherka, to be fair, a lot of women like have no idea. Like my girlfriend had no idea about any of this shit before she started dating me. Like she for some reason thought that men actually have it really easy when dating. When I started explaining to her how hard it is for the average guy to get, like she had no idea. So I think a lot of women intuitively like don't understand this.
No, I mean I think that men do have it harder in certain areas. 100%.
Alex, I wouldn't be angry at your girlfriend that much because she's not in the political arena. Stardust is. She knows the statistics. She's choosing to lie.
No, I don't. I think that just because men have higher instances of drug addiction or suicide doesn't mean that that's necessarily meaning that women's lives aren't also very hard, right? I think that that probably points to untreated medical issues, untreated psychiatric issues, or treated like mental things that are going on, right? So there's a unique issue that men have, right? There are many unique issues that men have, but that what I'm saying is not going against it. I'm not saying men don't have their own unique issues that are hard in their own way.
What are some examples of female issues like that we should focus on? Let me take a break from the male suicide thing.
I mean, again, I would look at the average happiness of a stay-at-home mom, right? The average economic vulnerability. Why are you laughing?
Sorry, keep going. I'm mute. Go ahead.
I mean, I don't know. I would look on a on a cultural scale, right? It typically, like in the West, the only real issues for women are cultural issues. So I think that, and that's similar to men, right? We don't have laws that legislate necessarily more against one gender or the other in the West, but I would say on a global scale, you can still look at how women overall are what.
You said so much, and all I got kind of was just a cultural vague answer. Give me some concrete shit.
I mean, like there are. You're not even letting me answer.
Sorry, you said Okay.
I say a lot, motherfucker. I stammer all the time. Did you not notice that I stammer whenever I talk?
Stardust, as before, I asked the question in a low tone is because I knew it's gonna trip you the fuck up. So I had to hold in my laughter.
No.
It's been 10 minutes. Let's go.
It's not been 10 minutes.
Let's go.
So I think there are cultural issues, right? Like you look at women in management positions, look at women and how easily they can move up the corporate ladder. Look at how women. Wait a minute. There's also the
Wait, a
difference.
problem women are having is they're going
Let me
up the
finish what
ladder
I'm saying.
too fast.
Let me finish what I'm saying. Okay. So there's also the fact that women are more likely than their male partners to take off time for domestic issues, right? And as a result, because they take off more time than their male partners, they end up making less money on in whole. There's also the fact that women in general have less free time than their male counterparts, than their partners. Oftentimes women will spend more time, again, doing domestic work that men will not pick up the slack on, even though both of them are working, and both of them are generally working 40-hour weeks, right? So these are things that are issues, right? There are women writing articles now on whether it's even worth it to get married. There are women who are like choosing to not have children for a reason. You think that we would be having a problem with women choosing to not have kids if it were something that they were enjoying doing?
Oh yeah, they're really suffering getting fucked by 8 dudes at the club.
Okay.
They're not having kids.
And they're also not.
I guess you did make one good point. The no kids thing is a strong one. I could buy into that one. The rest,
but even finding marriage not a worthwhile thing to engage in. That women are writing essays on this.
Wait, what's the alternative? Spreadsheets for their boss? That's a fat.
They have their own income. They don't need a man to provide for them. Why would they want to get married?
Dude, you're telling me, every woman's dream is to get married.
It used to be, yeah. It used to be, but
you
now
think there's women who want to fuck their cats till they're 80?
No, there are women who are you know what? You have a vibrator. It's not like men are that great at getting women off anyways. And then on top of it, when you get married, a lot of the time, you will find that your male partner is not putting in his fair share in hobbies or in domestic duties or etc. Right? So why a lot of these women are asking why should I get married? There's an issue, right? We wouldn't be having the problems we were having if there weren't an issue.
Did you just try and say a woman living with a man and married? You're trying to say the man is not doing enough? For most cases, men are doing all of it with the financial, with everything. Women don't even cook and clean anymore.
No,
what the fuck?
Women and men work at the same rates now, right? So when a woman and a man work at the same rates,
no, they don't. Women need a man, or else they fucking starve to death. They can't survive on their one pathetic income.
Not anymore.
Women can survive.
Not anymore.
The average woman, Stardust, can survive on her regular salary.
I'm sorry?
The average woman today can survive on a regular salary for the next fucking 20 years. You really believe that?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yikes, bro. You're thinking of OnlyFans girls.
I mean, that we wouldn't be having the issues that we have. We wouldn't be having women talking about whether it's worth it to get married if there wasn't an issue there. If there wasn't people relating to getting a raw deal out of their marriage. If both people are working the same amount and then one person is doing more domestic duties, then you're going to start feeling resentment.
They don't even cook and clean, bro. They don't pay the bills. They don't
resentment towards your partner.
Bro, women don't cook and clean, and they don't pay the bills, and they make less. Like they're fucking.
When they're living by themselves,
when they're living alone, they're becoming Bill Gates.
I'm not saying they're becoming Bill Gates, right? But
bro, even rich only.
What? You muted yourself.
You muted Zherka. Here, let me see if I can unmute him. No, I can't unmute him because he says his mic isn't connected. All right, we got 520 live viewers. Hell yeah. Oh.
Most men are not Bill Gates either, right? So.
No, that's a small percentage of men.
Yeah.
Poor little Bill Gates can't even keep a wife.
Yeah.
guess
Well, I mean,
spending all
he's
that
got
time
a
on
young.
Epstein's Island's got to be a little bit of a party pooper for the wife.
Well, he's got a young girlfriend now. I'm pretty sure. So.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Imagine being the chick that has to fuck Bill Gates though. Like you like obviously she's in it for the money. Like like no one's gonna be turned on by Bill Gates. Like he's like the nerdiest motherfucker ever.
I mean, another point I would make is if all these men are suffering, right, and you say that women need men and men need women,
Yeah, we can hear you.
if all these men are suffering, then wouldn't it follow that women would suffer too if they need men in their lives and they need men to be stable and be disciplined?
That's an interesting point. What do you think about that, Zherka?
Yeah, men need women. Is that what she's saying? Yeah, I agree.
No, the point she's making is that, like, all right, if all these men are suffering and women fundamentally need men, then the logical conclusion is that, well, because men are suffering, women are having to suffer too.
I mean, when we're talking about suffering, you're using one word to describe two different degrees. Like one side is being set on fire, and the other one is kind of being poked by a toothpick. You know,
well, I mean, like think about it like this way, right? Let's say you have like a husband and wife.
Yes,
right?
you do know about that because one side is killing themselves and the other side is fucking chilling.
The other side is still trying to kill themselves. They're just not as successful at it, right?
I don't buy it. Do you?
I do. Yeah. I think that all the ways that in which men suffer are not ways in which women benefit. Women don't benefit from men committing suicide, right? Women don't benefit from men getting injured from like hard labor jobs.
Women do benefit from male suicide because it happens after they fucking cheat on their rich husband for a richer dude.
It doesn't happen after they.
What are you talking
you're
about?
generalizing on all suicides.
Hold on, excuse me.
You're generalizing.
No, listen. Let's just talk about that. Women who can only date up, they will leave a rich husband for a richer one, and then that guy kills himself. Oh, I had kids with her and stuff like that.
And just like men will leave their ugly wife for a prettier one. Like, what's the big deal? Men do it too.
You're saying men date up? The difference from me and you.
Men date up in looks and youth. Yeah.
I dare you to be honest in the next 20 seconds. I'm about to end your career. Ready? The difference from me and you, Stardust, is I can easily marry a McDonald's worker who's sweet, and you would never do it.
You don't know that.
You're such a lying scumbag.
You don't know
You're
that.
Such a lying piece of shit.
I was in a relationship
You're such
for
a
4
lying.
years with somebody who was working
and what happened? Why aren't you with them?
Because things didn't work out. We fell out of love, right?
Are you fucking joking me? You believe women are dating McDonald's workers?
Not at the same rate, and I will concede with you that
it never happened.
Wait, you have to let me finish too. Men date up just like women do, okay? Men date up when it comes to women's looks and it comes to their youth, right? Men do it just in a different way, right? Women, 100%, I will say for you, on average, they're not willing to do the things that I do, right? And on average, most women are looking for a man who can be stable. But if you're talking about women marrying up as far as stability, men do the same thing, just with hotter and younger women.
Just take the L. You don't have to do the word scramble. And
no,
shit.
I don't. I'm not that. Like, are you going to acknowledge that or not? That men also date up when it comes to looks and it comes to youthfulness.
No, listen to the word you're using. You're using date. That means you're with someone for years, right?
Yeah,
we're talking about a relationship, like an LTR, right? No, men don't date up. What are you talking about? No, men don't date up. We fuck the hottest girl.
When it comes to youth, when it comes to a woman, look, how many dudes trade in their old wives? How many men trade in their old wives for younger ones?
Very few, actually, because they fuck the younger ones and keep their older wives.
Yeah, well, they cheat on their older ones, right?
But the point is, they don't leave.
They do. No. Here's the thing. People always like to bring up the fact that women initiate divorces. I'm betting that a lot of that is based on the fact that men cheat a lot.
You think men? We just said that 70 to 80% of men are not getting no pussy, and the others are risking cheating.
We're talking about married men, right? We're talking about men who are getting pussy, who are married, who are cheating on their wives, and as a result of them cheating, women are wanting to get divorced.
Yeah, sure. That's the reason. All divorces or most, let's go most, right? Just so you guys feel like, oh my God, I'm being nuanced. I'm like so smart. I'm being nuanced. Most divorces from financial pressure. She has economic anxiety and she sucks dick because she's a hoe. And that whore is not even depressed. The other guy kills himself and nobody talks about that man ever again.
I don't think that's accurate. I really don't think that's accurate.
So where do you think all the male suicide has to be career related?
No, I don't think it's necessary. I don't know the numbers on male suicide, right?
It's whore related. It's whore related. No YouTuber wants to say it. No Twitch streamer wants to say it. All male suicide is whore related. That even the good ones are morphing into whores from weird whore friends they stay with. You know why you can't say that? Because my sponsorship will be 40% smaller now. I don't give a fuck. I walk with God, bitch. I'm not an atheist like Stardust. Fucking atheist.
Your what will be 40%?
I'm saying the reason why influencers can't say this is the sponsors you get saying this are a lot.
I don't have sponsors, okay? I'm like a nobody streamer.
I'm not talking about you. I'm saying in general.
Yeah, I'm not. No. I'm not saying that because I don't believe it. Okay, I don't believe it. I'm sorry, but
you don't believe the sponsor thing.
It's the sponsor thing, dude. I don't even remember what we were talking about, honestly.
And that's my third win.
It's not a win. It's not a win for you when you can't respond. You can't respond to women. Women need stability in their lives, and you know what? Men are not providing that, right? You can't respond when men are failing, and you're saying that women can't suffer from that too, from men failing on top of the things that they're already suffering from.
Christ is king.
The world is hard.
Christ is king. Christ is king. Women are suffering from biting from the apple, that they're getting paradise and they still want more because they talk to some snake mandingo. I think whores. They're being whores. Women are being whores.
Alarmingly high rates of cheating, infidelity in marriages from men shows that men want more too.
Okay, let me get the material perspective for you atheists. The difference from me cheating on Stardust and Stardust cheating on me, bitch, you got 2 eggs. I got millions of sperm. I'm pretty sure I'm driven more to cheat. When women take even like 20 milligrams of testosterone or derivatives of testosterone for like a bikini modeling show or something and steroids, they get so horny they cheat. They can't even handle how horny they get with a little testosterone. With a little testosterone, they turn into men somehow, right? Why are we pretending we're playing that?
It doesn't matter. Your testosterone doesn't matter. What, do you have personal responsibility or not? Do men have personal responsibility or not? Can they control it or not?
Stardust, you know why you're stupid? Because this is the conclusion, okay?
Bro, you are making the most lib arguments I've ever heard. Oh, it's not the man's fault. It's their testosterone. It's their biology. They can't control themselves. Oh, no, we can't have personal responsibility for men.
No.
That's been your argument the entire time. Since when did you want men to be pussies, Zherka? Why do you want men to be pussies? Why do you want men to not take responsibility for their shortcomings, their failures?
This is damage control. So I like that you're talking over me. Keep going and do the whole thing, but the next one's coming.
No, the entire thing that you've been, the entire argument that you've been making, this entire debate has been, oh, poor men, they can't help themselves. Everybody is beating up on the man, and men can't take any personal responsibility. It's all the women's fault.
Yeah, see, you are.
This is some lib shit if I've ever heard it, honestly.
All right, let's let Zherka respond.
Wait, hold on. Are you done? Okay.
Yeah, I'm done.
So you women, you hope that if you blah 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 like that I'll forget the next point that's going to cut through you. Your fourth loss is coming. Okay.
What were the first 3?
Oh, you can rewatch. I think we'll send it to you. But check this out. I'm not saying men can cheat and blah blah blah. I'm saying stop pretending it's the same video game. This is Halo. We're playing on Legendary. You're playing on easy mode. You're not that horny. Men are hornier than women. That's why we endanger the public by masturbating when we're driving. And I mean, all men are hornier than all women. Yeah. And I don't know why we're pretending like Zherka cheating once a month is the same as a woman cheating once a month. If a man cheats, he picked the field of oopsie daisies, and you have to go through that, talk to him. He has to make right with God, Try not to tell her, you know, like don't ruin her life. But if she finds out, then you have to tell her and the whole thing. But if a man cheats, he fucked up. If a woman cheats, she needs to be sent to Saudi Arabia.
Okay, what is the point of getting married if
it's a joke? Okay, Alex, it's a joke. Don't do that to me.
If you're not going to tell
that's why I'm laughing. It's pretty funny.
If you're not going to tell your partner when you fuck up, what is the point of getting married in the first place and having a partnership? Do you even have a partner?
No.
Secondly,
pause. You said partner. That's assuming 50-50. Men and women can't be partners because you guys are inferior to us.
All right.
Why would I go to that? That's like me being the manager.
Are you gonna let me?
Hold on,
are you gonna let me speak? Are you gonna let me speak?
That's like me being the manager at McDonald's and turning to the fucking employee that can't fix the ice cream machine and being like, "Hey man, we're really fucking up here. I need some help."
Your problem is that you don't have a partner. You're not looking for a partner. You're looking for somebody to manage.
Well, I'm saying that partnerships don't work. That's why the divorce rate is so high. Is that men and women are thinking they're equal? They're not. Nobody
men
really
and women are both. It takes two for a relationship, right?
No, it
and
doesn't.
A man may need to fulfill certain roles like the provider and things like that, right? But if men are failing, then women are suffering too. And again, if men are failing in infidelity, if they're failing in taking responsibility, like these are these I don't know why you're making the arguments that it's not these men's fault, that these poor men, it's the world around them beating up on them and it's women's fault. And this is like, again, I've never heard a person who, I don't know, I think you're conservative leaning, right? Put so much blame on the outside world instead of personal responsibility.
Well, I mean, let me ask you this. Where does confidence come from? Is it internal or is it external?
It's internal.
Oh, so I can just be confident I'm a black belt in karate and walk in a dojo?
I mean, I think sure, it's influenced externally, but mostly it's going to have to come from you internally.
Yeah, and that's my whole problem with, like, every time we speak, we always disagree because you believe in that kind of magic shit, but everyone knows confidence comes from your master handing you the black belt. It's all external.
I don't see, again, then you're making like the lib argument, the lefty argument that even I don't make.
No, you're making the retard righty argument of just don't be depressed.
I'm not saying don't be. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's not don't be depressed. It's go seek help, take action, use your agency, work on your own life, take responsibility, go seek help, right? These are the arguments that I'm making.
Yeah, and I'd say go seek help, but make sure they're not on your side of the political spectrum, because then you will kill yourself. Do you believe in liberal therapists?
I mean, I believe in therapists. I don't think everyone is right for, I think you have to test out a few people before you find somebody who fits you. So.
And I'm pretty extreme. So in my opinion, Jordan Peterson is too soft. But for you, that's a Nazi, right?
No, I don't think Jordan Peterson's a Nazi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Zherka, I talk to Nazis, okay, on a regular basis. So.
Wait, Zherka, you don't think people on the right can be like the biggest snowflakes sometimes too? I've debated some people on the right.
I think Zherka's being a snowflake right now. Like, no, my goodness.
No, I'm known for attacking Steven Crowder more than the left because he wore a dress. He wore a dress. But it is a right-wing temperament is more masculine. I mean, that's why all the artists and musicians are left-leaning and stuff like that. And plumbers, electricians are orderly and right-leaning, because it's male-female brains and which way you lean more. And I mean, the difference is, as a child, if you fall from the playground and you lean more left, female brain, if you fall from the playground, you're going to need therapy and you're traumatized forever. But a right-leaning brain will fall from the playground and just get up and say, oh,
nobody needs therapy for falling on the playground.
No, I'm saying, I'm making the point that you're more easily traumatized and affected by the external world, you fucking Are you inbred? Like,
You're
what
the
fuck?
one who's making that argument. You're saying that men are being beaten down by the external world, and they can't take responsibility and get up and shape themselves to be better men.
But you're shaping them by giving them more feminine left brain thinking.
I'm not telling them to be more feminine. I've said I'm not said no. I'm telling them to take responsibility and seek help before it is too late. Right?
What
Like
about that
men are
part where you said
notoriously bad. Men are notoriously bad for when it comes to seeking out medical care and seeking out help before it's too late. There's a reason, right? Women
Stardust.
utilize healthcare more than men do.
Stardust, if I sat down with you and you were my therapist and I didn't tell you what I'm going through, but I'm planning tonight to kill myself, drink bleach, and put a fucking bullet in my head, but I don't tell you that, and I sit down and have a conversation with you somewhere. Let's say it's not even at a.
I'm going to suggest it to you.
No,
I'm telling you right now.
You won't be able. You're going to suggest I kill myself?
I'm going to suggest it to you. Yeah.
When did you become so awesome? What the hell? I didn't know you joke like that.
Yeah, no, I do.
Are you telling me to kill myself, or?
Yeah, I'm telling you to kill yourself.
Oh, yeah. I haven't heard someone be this funny in a while. Like, because I'm so used to Twitch people who are afraid to say that. I don't even tell people to kill themselves. You're crazy. Wow. She's better than I thought. But kill yourself, bitch. I'm kidding. But yo, so let's say I sit down. I'm like on the brink of that really caught me off guard. She won the debate. She won the debate. That's just amazing.
You don't want to continue this. You don't want to continue this because I'm just going to have the same answer for you.
I had no idea you could say that on YouTube. You can say it?
Yeah,
I don't know if you can.
No, YouTube is chill. You can say whatever.
If she deadpanned that, I'm positive they'd take down your channel.
No, it's cool. I've had crazy shit happen on my channel.
If I was a real man, I would kill myself just to destroy your life.
That would be a commitment to a debate. That would be the ultimate commitment to winning a debate.
But you know, it would be one. It would be one that I wouldn't care about. It would be one that I wouldn't care about. So.
Dude, Stardust, you're winning me over. I swear to God. Like, I'm not just saying that. Wow, I didn't expect it from you because now you're telling the truth.
I've been telling the truth the entire time. You're the one who's
I'm a catalyst.
Making shit up and putting it in my mouth. Don't put shit in my mouth, dude. Don't do it.
Stardust, I'm a catalyst for truth. When people around me,
you're not a catalyst for truth. You're Mr. Girl 2.0. You're Mr. Girl 2.0. Mr. Girl's like, I don't believe you. I'm going to tell you what you believe. That's what Mr. Girl does. And you're just you're taking his habits and you're doing it. And I'm sorry, Zherka, I've dealt with one pedophile too many, okay? One pedophile too many.
No, we're different because if I was a pedophile, I wouldn't go that young, you know? I'm kidding. All right,
John Carson.
Now I'm the lefty. All right. But no, he's like into 10 years old and stuff. Like, if you're going to be a pedo, at least be in the 17 range. So you can say, like, oh, I thought she was 18. Anyways.
No jumper style. Yeah.
You're crazy. Stardust, I don't want to lose this last point. I was actually going to ask you, Alex, because I worked 5 years. I know I'm derailing right now, but I'll go quick. 5 years I work at a nightclub, and I've seen so many good fake IDs. I'm like, how many men have gotten got where the girl was 1 year, 2 years underage, and he didn't know? Do you think it happens?
I think it happens. Yeah, for sure. I think
most of the men never find out.
I think more often than not, the men never find out.
Yeah, because I remember checking. I would believe the girl up until the Facebook part. When I'd search them up, I'd be like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" But
well, think how little men do even ask for like ID. Like, I've never asked a girl for ID, or I think maybe once when the girl was like really suspicious looking. But
you guys stop telling on yourselves. Like,
no, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm pretty sure people in the club culture, it happens a lot more than you think. I
don't disagree with you. Yeah.
But anyways, Stardust, I bump into you in a coffee shop and you go, "Hey, I'm a therapist and I'm on the brink of suicide." And
I'm going to tell you to kill yourself.
Yeah. And we're talking about, let's say we start talking about male problems and suicide rate and stuff like that. Imagine if you said to that guy who's about to kill himself, "Women suffer too."
I wouldn't say that because that's not what a therapist would say.
No, but it's in a Starbucks setting.
Yeah, but if I'm a therapist, I'm probably not going to use those words with somebody who, is seeking out help, right?
So sorry,
I'm talking about the reality, right? What I would say, what I believe realistically versus what I would say to somebody who I think is suffering. And what I would say, like, again, realistically, I think that, there are a lot of women who are suffering, and if men are suffering, every way in which men are affected and are suffering is something that hurts women too. So I don't I just don't believe in what you think I believe.
Yeah,
So.
Make America Great Again. Okay. Have we exhausted that topic?
I think you guys have. Do you guys have any other disagreements?
Yeah, Stardust and we go way back, and I guess our biggest disagreement would be, what do you think? Yeah, let's go ladies first.
Biggest disagreement. I mean, I think we are pretty opposed on the political spectrum, but I get along with right wingers better than I do with left wingers. So,
I noticed you smiling when you said I chill with Nazis. Have you noticed, Alex, a lot of girls get horny for Nazis?
That's not my case, but
personally have not observed that, but I don't know too many Nazis.
I don't know what it is, but those guys, let's not say Nazi, let's say just people who are free speech freaks. And I'm not a free speech absolutist. I think it's a pedophile's tool. Like, I believe in censorship, but our side getting theirs, censoring the shit out of cuties and all their left-leaning gay-ass pedo shit. But now check this out. Those guys who in the beginning of the date, they call the girl an F slur. Like, hey, you're being an F slur, right? They always get their dick sucked. Like, the girl gets so uncomfortable with the slur word. She's uncontrollably laughing, and then she says it, and then she sucks his dick. There's something about edgelords that they get all the pussy. Am I crazy?
No, I don't think you're crazy. That's just that has to do with being polarizing. More polarizing guys typically get more attention on the internet. They get more girls. Yeah, polarization.
Well, I think it's polarizing plus charisma, right? You can't just
need charisma to pull off, because if you say that without charisma, you're going to be in jail because the girls.
Yeah, you need the charisma.
Yeah, you need charisma. You can't just turn around deadpan hard R, call her the N-word hard R. That you can't do that. I mean, depends on.
You're going to spend a night in jail or two. Yeah.
Down south, spend a night in jail.
I mean, that's hate speech.
Yeah, disorderly conduct.
Is it really hate speech?
Stardust, you and your boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys like when you guys are having sex? Do you guys like calling each other bad names and slurs and stuff?
No.
You don't call each other like bitch and shit like that?
Not really, no.
Oh, I thought the debate girls are into that. My bad.
I mean, I'll argue with him on things, and I'll tell him that his opinion's wrong.
so he like
what? Like in a sexual way, or in like
she's like fucking.
No, not in a sexual way. Like we'll actually end up debating. Like, yeah, but yeah.
Let me tell you why you're wrong about universal health care.
Why do you think I sound like that? Why do you?
No, I'm just fucking with you, Stardust. Yeah. I know.
Unbelievable. It's just, look, last thing I won on was the Hillary Clinton debate. Basically said that
last time you won a debate was 2016.
No, that not 2016. Okay, you clearly don't know me, Zherka. You clearly don't
joking.
consume any of my content.
I'm busting your balls, and I'm assuming you have some, because men are women and women are men, right?
Yeah. Well,
can I ask you something about transgender? Can I ask you something about Decepticons and Transformers, all that? If a transgender person, like, has a fake penis, would you call that a fake penis, or is that a real male penis once it touches the transgender's body?
So I don't know the exact science behind it, to be honest with you. I would call it a penis because I think that's what the doctors call it, but it really depends on what the medical professionals say, right? So
yeah, no, I'm so glad we have liberals like you, like at the forefront of science,
I'm not on the forefront of science,
discussing these topics. These are great topics.
I just trust the medical community to work it out amongst themselves. So
really, doesn't the medical community, like, only 1% of their work gets published, and everything else is bought by like Kellogg's and corporations? Like, did you trust the medical community for their COVID stuff?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Oh, are you fourth vaccinated? Are you at like, hey, you guys? Are you at the Goonies level? Like, where are you?
I'm on my like 8th vaccination now, so
I can tell.
Yeah.
So
on this one point, I would probably agree with Zherka more because I do actually have a good amount of friends who are like in the medical field and who are like scientists and who've told me like how this stuff works. And it's like typically a lot of it has to do with funding, and like people who have dissenting opinions are decentivized from ever speaking out. So it just becomes the tyranny of the masses, basically, where it's just like you're incentivized not to go against the common opinion, especially like on COVID shit. But
yeah, I don't know enough about that to really say, but yeah.
And Stardust, do you believe in God?
Not really. But the question is, my answer is really more that like the existence of a God is irrelevant to my life, right? Whether there is one or isn't. So
yeah, that question of why we're here, where we're going, that's irrelevant.
No, I think you make your own meaning.
Really?
Life.
So what about Mr. Girl? Can he make his own meaning?
Well, that's a hard one. I think people, I think on average, like a person needs to look within themselves, and life is chaotic. You can't control anything in life. But what you can control is like you, right? Yourself, and you can make your own meaning out of something, right? So
what about a pedophile?
I think they need to get help. So
but they're trying to make their own meaning because God doesn't exist.
I'm sure there are plenty of pedophiles that believe in God as well. So
really,
I don't know that I actually think Mr. Earl is a pedophile, but yeah.
Do you think priests can be pedophiles?
I mean, yeah, anybody can be, I guess. So
if I was a vegan, but I ate red meat and steak every day of my life, would you call me a vegan?
No, probably not.
So you could never call any priest who touches a child a priest.
you would just call him a hypocrite, right?
Well, I'm trying to make the argument that they bend the rules. Men who have God are not pedophiles. They're better human beings, but they try and point, their side tries to point. I already know what she's going to say. They try and point to, a priest touched a kid. I'm saying he doesn't actually believe in God. He's not even connected. He has no umbilical cord with God. He has no diurnal pulse, electromagnetic.
But you don't know that.
Yes, how do you know how do you know for a vegan, and how do you know for a vegan but not the priest then?
Well, a priest could have been like very religiously devout and followed every rule in the book, and then just one day did something bad because they had the opportunity to.
Again, you're saying a lot, but you lost here, right?
No, I didn't. I think that you've made the argument that men are weak and need saving and can't take responsibility for their own lives, right? So I don't think I'm the one who lost here.
That's cute and all, but again, you're so sure for the vegan thing, but because it's highly politicized, the God thing, you're not sure about. Well, I don't know if you believe in God. I'm saying if someone feels like they're being watched by infinity that's going to send them to hell if they fuck up, I'm pretty sure they're not going to harm a child. Wouldn't you agree?
No, there are plenty of like God-fearing people who stray all the time.
I would just call them agnostic to the idea of God.
Zherka, though, because people find a way to backwards rationalize shit. So basically, what happens is they have that temptation to act on it, and they find a crazy way to backwards rationalize it to make it seem like God is going to
Wrong. Because pedophiles always hide from what they're doing because they know it's wrong. They don't try and justify it to be on a holy crusade fucking children. That never happens.
You don't think so?
Some of them do.
Okay.
Some of them do. But again, you just brought up like infidelity with men, right? Are you saying that any man who's cheated is not a believer in God because he did something while God was looking that he shouldn't have?
Oh, if you cheated on a good woman you're married to, a woman who believes in God, you burn in hell. Yeah, I'm saying he's not a believer. Why would he do that? But again, wouldn't it be funny? No, the argument is really in 2023. The good woman is the unicorn. They don't exist anymore. Our moms believe this. All of our moms believe what I'm saying, right? Do you have a brother, Stardust?
Yeah, I do.
Your mom, she could be as liberal as you want, as she wants, but when she talks to your brother, she's talking about gold diggers and whores and evil demons. All moms talk to their sons about that. All moms know.
What do moms talk to their daughters about?
That's irrelevant right now because I'm saying all moms talk to their sons about the world the son is inheriting. As in, hey man, it's not 1950s. You're in whore society, but they don't use that language. Moms don't use that language. They can't even swear. But that's what I'm saying. Moms know the modern day women are demons and stuff. When people are like, it's sexist to say that, our moms think it. It's not sexist because our moms believe modernity.
Moms also tell girls growing up to beware of the world, right? They tell them about all the dangers in the world.
Yeah, that's true.
So I mean, I don't see what your point is here.
No, I'm trying to say all moms are hyper sexist when it comes to talking about modernity and where women are at right now.
They're sexist when they talk about the dangers a woman faces. They're sexist too, right? I don't see what your point is.
No, they're not. They're not.
Yes, they are.
They're not writing off all men.
Yes, a lot of them are. Yeah,
they're
saying don't trust any man. Yes, they are.
Like that what was mom says. Don't trust any man. They're
don't
saying,
trust any man. Yeah, but because men are stupid, especially men and young men. Right? Young men make terrible.
No. Moms say find a good man.
But yeah, and they say that most men are not good men. Most men are not good men.
I'm saying the conversation moms are having with their kids right now is, hey, you're inheriting a whore world. It's bad for you. And all of our moms are saying, Zherka,
say that to women too.
No, you're not getting the speech of go back to your own country. My mom will be like, Zherka, go back to your own country to find a wife. Every minority in chat, that's the conversation we're having. No one's telling you to go back to your country to find a husband. But for your brother, probably, yeah, there are whores here.
No. Nobody's telling him to go back to his country. For
someone said Zherka.
No, I will say what Zherka describing is like fairly common among immigrant like children. Like my mom never said that to me, but I have a lot of friends who've heard that.
Yeah, it's more, but I mean, I think that's
more of an immigrant thing, though.
I think that's more of like the standards that they have for females, right? In more traditional cultures. But when it comes to like telling that women what world they've been born into, parents are just as negative, right? You have to be, wary of anybody around you.
I mean, to be fair, if I had a daughter, I probably would prefer her to date someone from like a different country than America too.
Yeah.
Either way, son or daughter, honestly. I don't know if it's a man or woman thing. I think it's just like values in the West are probably poorer than they are in certain European countries and South American countries.
Yeah.
You know, it was weird for me growing up. I don't know if you guys saw this. You're Stardust. Are you first generation or second generation?
I think I'm first.
Okay. Yeah, so we're all like first generation. But for me, what was really weird was when I was in high school and I had all these friends who like told me that once they turn 18, they're on their own. They were like, yeah, man, once I'm 18, I got to move out of the house. I was like, what do you mean? Because like in my culture, like in Russia, it's like you're family for life. Like it doesn't like end when you suddenly turn 18. It's like a really weird concept that I didn't understand that my friend had to go through who are Americans.
I have a question for Zherka. Do you think God's omnipotent?
Yeah, sure.
What do you mean? Yeah, sure. Yes or no?
Yeah.
You think God knows what it's like to molest a child?
I knew you were going to do that.
I would say anytime we try and rationalize God, it's stupid because it's like an insect trying to rationalize a human. It would be the dumbest thing to be like, oh, I'm going to try and be in the brain of God. It'd be like the most retarded position. You're
right. So earlier you made this point that
no, I don't believe there's evil in God. No.
You made the point that earlier, if somebody truly believes in God, that they won't stray, right?
Wait, can I answer I'm saying there's no evil in God because evil is a material world thing, right? As above, so below comes from the
So he's not
northeast,
omnipotent
southwest.
then, right?
I'm saying
So
that your perception of evil is from the devil of the material world. It wouldn't be an
is
infinity.
God omnipotent or not? Then he's not
Yes.
omnipotent if he doesn't know what it's
You know,
like to
your
molest a
argument,
child.
your argument is you're trying to rationalize infinity. It's pathetic. Like you're trying
Okay.
to get a grasp of infinity when you just lost the debate. I think you should start with beating Zherka first.
I don't think I lost this debate. I think that
Wait, can I ask you something about
made an
God?
argument. You made an argument that men are like soy and need help essentially, and you want them to be more soy. Like I don't understand what you're arguing here, like for, right? Um,
Sure.
The other thing I wanted to bring up was you earlier said that like if somebody strays from the followings or whatever one time, that they're not really a believer in God, that they
No, not
are
one time. If they rape a child, don't water it down
okay.
again. You're so
Well, you're talking.
pathetic,
You brought
bro.
up we brought up infidelity, and you said, yeah, that guy's probably agnostic, right? Did you or did you not
Sure.
say that?
Yeah, cheating on a good woman, that's horrible. Don't water it down.
Okay, cheating on a good woman. What type of lie makes you?
Oh my, we're
Uh,
gonna go through the whole list now. Just get to your point.
I mean, look, I'm just saying a lot of people who believe in God don't even believe what you're saying, right? They believe that all of them are sinners.
Right, but not to the degree of raping a child. I'm pretty sure God-fearing men don't rape children. And God-fearing men definitely don't cheat on their wives. You think Khabib is cheating on his wife? Give me a break, bro.
I mean,
Wrap it up with the stupid arguments. Let's go. Let's go. Wrap it up.
There are plenty of God fearing people who do horrible things. I don't think that God has necessarily something to do with it. If I were going to say that, does religion have like a purpose? Sure, right? Like it has.
What do you mean? Does it have a
society,
purpose?
but
The only reason we have secular societies is because religion built civilization. You guys have never built anything. You just come here to be gay when it's done. Why do you pretend like, oh, does it have a place? Your whole fucking moral compass is built around the Bible, and you don't even know your whole reality is from God.
I'm not disagreeing that religion
Why
serves a
would you
purpose,
water it
right?
down like a fucking idiot? You just water
What
it
are you
down like,
even
yeah,
talking? You're just
I'm sure
yeah.
religion has a place. Are you fucking kidding me?
Okay. Why are you nitpicking over words? Like it's.
I'm saying you keep doing that snake watering down tactic of trying.
Nobody's
You know
doing
what you
snake
just
watering
did?
shit except
No,
for
you
you.
did.
You're the one who's like, first off, you're
All right.
you're trying to put stuff in my mouth that I'm not saying and that I don't believe in, right? You're attributing meanings to sentences where that meaning wasn't even there, right? And I'm basically just trying to say that you're talking about God and you're talking about like sin, and you're saying that people who truly believe in God wouldn't commit certain sins, but that's not the case. Like why do people go to prison? Why do like priests and clergymen go to prisons and try to save the worst of the worst, right? Like,
dude, wearing a hijab doesn't mean you're religious, okay? Like you're trying to say a priest's hat makes him a priest. Like it's so stupid. I'm saying if you're God-fearing, you don't rape a child. Another thing, why it's offensive for you to say, I'm sure religion has its place. You're doing the men and women.
Are you offended now? You're offended?
No, I'm saying it's fake.
It's
like
offensive.
You're
offended.
Only, I'm offended because of
you're
how
offended.
Obvious, I'm offended because
I'm sorry I offended you, Zherka.
Okay, are you done?
So sorry that I offended you.
I'm offended at how obvious it is. I don't mind if you're fake, but it's too obvious. You know what I mean? Like try harder. Like do something and try harder. But again, you said men and women. When you said men and women, oh, they both suffer. You kind of try to do that with a secular society. Be like, I'm sure religious society has its place. Dude, religion built the world. Then you guys are here.
Why are you nitpicking? I didn't even finish my fucking sentence, and you're like, "Oh, I can't believe."
I'm saying this is how liberals get so far in their stupid topics. Is because people let you cheat.
Like, literally,
you're cheating.
Brain dead, dude. You're coming up with meanings where there aren't any. You're coming up. You're taking half of a statement that I'm saying and attributing a meaning to
it.
That's
exactly my point. That's exactly my point. Every statement is a half statement.
I didn't get to finish my statement because you interrupted me. I don't even remember what I was saying now.
That's
My dog is so happy right now. Zherka, you really want to eat my dog? Look at him. He's so fucking cute.
Alex, I went on a whole rant about huskies being one of my favorite dogs, and you're lucky you got like a big coat thing. I've never seen a more beautiful husky. I'm not just saying that.
He's the most beautiful creature ever.
Yeah,
Anyway.
they don't smell. Like huskies are pretty clean too.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah, no, I would get that dog for sure. I wouldn't eat that dog, but
there we go.
And huskies easy to take care of. It's not that hard. They just shed. Right?
Nah, they're pretty emotional.
I'll bet you anything, Alex. Within the next couple of years, you're gonna tune into my stream one day, and I'll have that same dog. Like I'm a dog guy. Trust me.
All right. Okay. Do you have any? Sorry. All right, Stardust. So, what do you have any other point you want to make?
No, I think it's just very evident.
Except
that,
defeat. That's my lightning warfare. That's lightning warfare.
Who's the one who was scared to show up to the debate?
Hunter Avalon.
Zherka was scared of showing up to the debate. He showed up how many minutes late to the debate? Because he was so scared.
Were you in a
How
rush?
many minutes late? And now he's coping. He's seething and coping because he knows he made the argument that men are babies and that they need to be taken care of and they can't take personal responsibility for themselves.
I didn't know you were in such a rush to get humiliated.
No.
I would have came earlier.
Yo, Zherka, do you mind if I have Duke on? He's another YouTuber. He has some massive smoke for you, allegedly. I don't know. It's gonna get real juicy if I invite him on.
Okay, but that's gonna look like I'm rage quitting because I have to be on another stream. So can it be quick? Can it be quick?
How long do you have? You think?
I think. I mean, it started, so I'll be on the Heal My stream. I have to Uber there, like 30-minute Uber. Like, what is the question? Can he go quick?
Yeah, but I think he's gonna have a lot of disagreements. I don't know. But how long do you think you have?
All right, if is it gonna be good content or not? If it's good content,
it's gonna be epic content. I promise you that.
And does he have followers?
Yeah, he does.
Like a lot.
Not as many as me. He's got 20,000, but it's gonna be very viral.
Okay, that's good enough. Should we just schedule it for a whole debate then?
Yeah, we can do that. Oh, how long do you have? That's the question. Do you have like half an hour? You have like 10 minutes?
I have like fucking 5-10 minutes. I got to shower.
Oh, you got 5-10 minutes. Yeah, we'll just do it another time. Let's do it another time. If you only have
we'll schedule it because Alex, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna keep popping on. Your shit's always fun.
Yeah, dude. We get every time you're on, we hit a record in viewers. So,
and Duke is only at 20K. That's kind of pathetic, but that's enough to where we can get some good clips. You know.
We're definitely going to get really good clips if that happens. And Hunter Avalon is down as well, so we'll have to just
hell yeah.
All right, cool. Do you guys have any closing thoughts?
I
ladies like first, Zherka. Ladies first. Go ahead.
I actually identify as all right. I guess my thoughts are I think the only good point Stardust made is when she's told Zherka to kill himself.
I think Zherka is so low IQ that he didn't follow a single sentence I was saying this entire debate.
I walked you through your own arguments.
You did not walk me through my own arguments. You didn't understand my arguments. You misinterpreted and tried to tell me what my arguments were instead of listening to them and engaging with them.
All right, I was going to be nice, Stardust, but I swear why I was late. Dude, when you guys saw me, I had just woken up from sleep. Like I didn't do a Red Bull. No, I destroyed you, and I'm half dreaming right now.
You did not destroy. Dude. You.
I didn't want to say it.
Like talking to you is like talking to the special ed kid. Okay,
I was gonna be nice.
Did you ride the short bus to school? Did you ride the short bus to school? Because this is how I feel. That's how I feel talking to you.
Okay.
All right. Fiery words. All right. Well, I appreciate both of you guys coming on. It was a fun debate. I had a lot of good laughs. Do you guys both want to plug yourselves real quick? Let's start
Twitter, twitter.com/ZherkaOfficial, YouTube John Zherka, Twitch, all that, and TikTok. And honestly, Stardust, I grinded you into dust. You have lost.
All right, Stardust, you want to plug yourself?
Well, that is famous last words from somebody who showed up late to a debate and then left early. But I'm Stardust. You can find me twitch.tv/Stardust, youtube.com/Stardust streams. I'm on Twitter as well at Tweets from Star. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Stardust, thanks for coming on. Have a good night.
Yeah, thank you.
Take care. All right. Oh. That was a fun show. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed that. Yeah, here's the thing. Why I didn't get Duke on earlier was just because they were going at it. I felt like it would be unfair to like Stardust if I like ended her, like her thing early and didn't let her like I don't know ask the questions that she wanted to. So I wanted to wait. I didn't know he was, but I think it's just better if we do a separate podcast, Duke versus Zherka versus like having it be like a part two. Yeah, I think so. I think it'll be better content if we just do a separate thing. Anyway. And then the Zherka versus Avalon is still happening. Man, people love Zherka in terms of content. We hit 500 live viewers. Shit, I could fucking do a show on like I could do like a fucking step-by-step demonstration of how to bang chicks, like fucking take a camera to the bar, document the whole thing as a live stream, and still won't hit 500 live viewers. So entertainment is always good. Alex, would you do Zherka versus Erudite? Yeah, I would. I don't know if Erudite would, but I would. Yeah, I'd have to talk to her about it. But yeah, I think Zherka versus Duke is going to be pretty good stuff. Oh, I just came here for the dogs. All right, so tomorrow. Yeah, Duke, just text me your schedule. Sorry we couldn't get you on tonight, but yeah, just text me your schedule and I'll talk to Zherka and we'll set it up. Also tomorrow I'm going out with Destiny and we're filming him approaching, so that's gonna be fun ass infield. I should have that for you guys. I'll have that for you guys. Let's see, probably by Saturday or Sunday. Yeah, probably by Sunday. And then let's see what else. The Jake versus Look stream is going to be probably Sunday or Monday. We already have everything censored. My tech guy made through record time. He actually was a lot faster than I thought. So Jake said he's good for Sunday. So we're just waiting for Looks to confirm. So yeah. What did you think of Stardust telling Zherka to kill himself? Yeah, that was I was surprised. I didn't know how to react to that because I didn't expect that because she seems like such like a calm, like kind of like nice person, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if she was being serious either or she was kidding. I couldn't tell, honestly. It was kind of a weird thing to say, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I thought it was a pretty odd thing to say, but yeah, I don't know if she was interesting or not. I mean, I didn't know. I don't know if she was being serious or not. I couldn't tell. Bro, 8 days for the results of the comp poll. Yeah, again, it's not on me. It's that's we're now waiting on Looks to confirm. So I have done my part. I've have everything edited. So can't force the competition the contestants to show up. When I need them to. But yeah, I'm all ready. Okay. What else do we have? You have any good questions before we wrapped up? Playing with fire. I sense sexual tensors or W's. Yeah. Dude, there's like, oh my God. Why didn't you play a clip of Jake getting rejected? Because there's no clips that are as interesting of getting rejected, but you will see plenty of clips of Jake getting rejected during the competition. Jesus Christ, the conspiracy, the cringy conspiracy cope theories are already beginning. Lovely. I figured that was going to happen. Collab with Zherka more, yeah, for sure. He's going to be in Miami. We're going to film infield together. That should be fun. Someone link clip where she told Zherka to kill himself. Yeah, maybe I'll do that for the coach channel tomorrow. Rhaegar is beautiful. I know he's a gorgeous creature. Is there a closet conspiracy? Oh yeah, there always is. When people don't get the results they want, they come up with conspiracy theories. Can you do more text breakdowns? Yeah, I have a bunch already, but I'm sure I'm going to do more. Playing with fire. Would you host a baby with Mr. Slave and Zherka? I don't really want to have Mr. Slave back on the channel. I mean, he was on. He was on. Had him on for a bit. He got really fucking annoying. If he really wanted to come on, I guess I would have him on. But I don't feel like fucking reaching out to that dude and like trying to schedule. Also, like what are they even going to debate about? Like, what are Mr. Slave? Mr. Slave doesn't have any position. His position is literally the opposite of whatever you believe. So he's just gonna like I can imagine, Mr. Slave just agreeing with everything Zherka says, just try to be controversial. So I don't know. I just think that would be kind of like pointless. Yeah, so that's happening tomorrow. Have you ever tried to link with Austin Dunham? Yeah, many times. Sometimes he replies to me and then he disappears. So yeah, it's kind of out of my hands now. If you clip where she could name any problems women have, we'll go wild again. Okay, I'll definitely consider giving that a shot. Yeah. No, the slave stuff is over. The slave stuff is the whack type killing. So I think it was funny at first, but yeah, I kind of agree. I don't really think it's any point in having him on. Can we get a Hormax over Zherka debate? What are they going to disagree about? Like, I think they would agree on most things. Yeah, I don't know what they would actually disagree about, honestly. And also, I don't really want to have Hormax on my channel. He could like drop the N bomb. He's like very like I don't know, like unhinged. Like I wouldn't trust him not to just like drop the N bomb or say something like super duper crazy that would like potentially put my channel in danger. Yeah, so I don't know. The lesson to learn from Zherka live viewers numbers that drama sells. You should bring Ganstar, Mr. Slave, and Hormax amongst others so they continue. Yeah, but I like Zherka. He's a cool dude. That's the difference. I don't like any one of these other fuckers. Also, Zherka never broke any of the rules on my channel. He's never done anything that's disrespectful to the PWF channel or to me. So that's the difference. He never broke any rules. Yeah, so yeah. I mean, dude, I like views, but I'm not gonna like sell out like my own values for views, right? So there's limits to how far I'm willing to go. Also, none of those guys are nearly as charismatic as Zherka. Zherka is also really, really fucking charismatic, right? He is very polarizing, right? Sure. Bro, John dropped the N-bomb. Yeah, but he did it like he did soft A, and he didn't say it in like in a racist way. He did in like a kind of an edgy way. I think there's a difference between that. The thing with drama is there has to be people or somebody drama between those nobodies or lame. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. When is Malik coming back? She's coming back soon. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We do like collabs like once a week or once every 2 weeks or something like that. Zherka versus Ben Thorpe right now, dude. I don't know about that. Would be fucking nuts. That would actually be a potentially interesting one. I would have Ben Thorpe on again. He's cool. When can we get Sneeko on the stream? Probably never. I would have him on, but I don't think he likes me. I think I think that he doesn't like all the criticism I've given him. So yeah, I've tried to get him on many, many, many times, and he just always flakes and shit. So yeah, he's not like a really reliable person. He's flaked on debates many times. Yeah, I even asked Destiny to try to set it up, and Destiny has had no luck. So even though like fucking Sneeko likes to LARP around as like meteorological and shit, but he's like very much a dude like lives in his feelings and just goes with the wind and does whatever he feels like. So yeah, I don't know. I think the only way it will happen is if it like authentically happens, and one day like fucking Sneeko's watching this channel for whatever reason, and he gets like triggered, and then he just decides to pop on. That's the only way Sneeko debate is gonna happen. What do you expect of Destiny Cold Approach? I think that Destiny might be surprised how hard Cold Approach is for the average person, but we'll see. I wish one day you could get Rolo. He's such a coward. Yeah, I know. There's actually been an update on that. He apparently, so my offer was we do the debate in I'm willing to even fly out for it. I was saying we do it in a neutral studio in there's a studio in Dallas, which is like a very red pill focused studio. So he would have like a little bit of advantage there, but I'm okay with that. He declined that. So I said any neutral studio, we can do it. I'll fly out anywhere and I will pay for his flight. So he doesn't have to pay any money. And he declined that too. He only wants to do it in his studio where he has the home field advantage, blah, blah, blah. He refuses to do it any other studio, even if I buy out his ticket. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Zherka fans, sub to Alex. His streams are amazing. Hell yeah. Subscribe, guys. Does Rigor mean anything in Russian? No, it's Game of Thrones. All right, anyway, I think we're 2.5 hours in. Pay for Roll's hotel too. He might do it then. You know, the funny thing, I actually would pay for his hotel. It wouldn't be like a 5-star hotel, but I'd get him like a fucking whatever, like a Marriott or something like that. He still won't do it. Why not go to his studio? Not like he's going to do anything. Well, no, I don't trust him at all. I absolutely do not trust that dude for shit. I've caught him in multiple lies. I think it should be a neutral studio. I think that's fair. Or it can be, my other alternative was that it's like a Discord call or it's like a virtual thing. But no, I think it's something really shady for someone who's saying, who's been dodging your debate for like 2 years and then is saying, okay, I'll debate you, but it has to be in my studio, and won't go to any other studio, even if they're having their expenses paid for. So something about that sounds really shady to me. Again, he's going to have control of the footage and shit. He can crop it any way he likes. He can pull all kinds of shady shit. So yeah, my offer is still, what's it called? Fucking any neutral studio. He can even pick. It can be any studio. I will pay for his plane ticket. I'll even add it and pay for his fucking hotel. Like, I don't give a shit. But yeah, I don't think he's gonna do that. What do you think about Pearl paying for subs, Alex? Is there any evidence of that? Like, has there been any evidence of that? I would have to see. I didn't know about that. Okay. Do we have anything else? Zherka vs Crucible, but I don't know what they would actually disagree. What they would actually disagree about. Pearl got 1 million subs, but not verified like JL. Is that proof that she's huh? I don't know. I don't know anything about that, but I don't know. I feel like I'm not dismissing it because I don't know anything about it, but I do feel like her videos get like a good amount of views, so I can see. Like here, let me here. Let's take a look at Pearl's channel right now, real quick. Hold up. Let's do a little thought experiment. Okay. Yeah, the fact that Rolo called her out means nothing because Rolo is a chronic liar. But let's take a look at her channel. There, we should be able to figure this out. Videos, popular. No, dude, I can see her subs being legit. She has a video with 4.5 million views, 2.3 million views, 1.7, 1.4, 1.2, 1.1, 1.1, 1 million, 1 million. She has 9 videos over 1 million views. And let's take a look at her shorts. Let's sort those by popular. 11 million views. Oh yeah, she got a lot of her growth from shorts. I can tell you that. 11 million views, 12 million views, 7.477, 5.8. I don't think she bought her subs. Like, look at these views. Unless she bought her views too, which I don't think so. She has many shorts that are over the million mark. I mean, like, dude, like this short alone, like just this short got her like 10,000, 20,000 subs. Like, I'm just going off like my experience. Like, if I have a short that gets like 1 million views, I get like 1,000 subs from that. So I don't know. I think her views kind of line up with her subs. Yeah, I'm not completely dismissing it because I haven't looked into this deeply enough. But like on a cursory exam, like her views kind of line up with her number of subs. Yeah. Oh, you have 100K subs, but you have 5K views. How does that work? Again, oh my God, people are so dumb sometimes. Okay, let's do a little quick tutorial of my channel. So we're not talking about the average video. We're talking about, so as a YouTuber, most of your subs are built from a small percentage of your videos, right? So if we go here, we go to my videos, let's search by popular. So 4.3 million views, 566, 526, 436. right? These 8 videos got me like half of my subs, right? Like these 8 videos alone. Like this video alone got me 10,000 subs. These 8 videos got me like probably like 40 or 50,000 subs, right? Or especially if we go to like more broader to these, right? So again, a small amount of viral videos will get you most of your subs. And then if we go to my shorts, right? And we take a look at this 1.7. So again, like these like 6, probably got me another 10 to 15, probably like 10,000 subs. So yeah, as a content creator, most of your subs come from a very small percentage of video. Every time you're putting out a video, you're like playing the lottery, and sometimes you win the lottery and a video goes viral. Oh. All right. Anyway, also we're gonna start going like for people who are spamming like that, we're gonna start putting that in. So timeout. Sorry, but yeah, no spamming in the chat with like cringy conspiracy theories. All right. What else do we have? Bro, Zherka versus Mr. Slave Leary for just the content alone. No, I don't know. If Mr. Slave really wants to come on, I would have him on. But yeah, I would never reach out to him. What do you think of whatever podcast? I'm gonna be on there, I think, in a few months. Yeah, I just had a short that went viral literally like a month ago. I have shit that goes viral from time to time too. It's again, it's like it's not like it's consistently like I just had a few videos that were viral a few years ago, and then I've had a few shorts that went viral now. So yeah, I think my growth has been pretty consistent for the last 2-3 years. Whatever podcasts are good for, especially when they bring on clouds like MLD. Okay. Playing with fire. Are you approaching 2 or just Destiny? Probably. I don't know. I haven't thought about it. Maybe I'll approach with him too. I guess we'll see how it goes. Content chat needs to get through this. Playing with fire. Is Hunter versus Zerkos going to be rescheduled? Yeah, we're going to reschedule that. Anyway, I think that's basically all the good questions we have. All right, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Okay, once again, just to answer that question one more time, that is coming out Sunday or Monday. All right, anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Fun debate. I enjoyed that greatly. I'm happy that Zherka finally came through. Appreciate y'all. Have a good night. And yeah, we'll be back probably Saturday or Sunday with the competition. I guess that's the next thing we're going to do. Maybe an open panel, but probably I think the next thing we're going to do is going to be the competition results. So stay tuned for that. Again, I'm going to try to make it happen for you guys as soon as possible. Have you tried? I am actually on ivermectin right now. Yeah, so funny you asked that. I got it about a month ago. It's actually been pretty helpful. Ivermectin is pretty good stuff for Lyme disease. I appreciate y'all. Have a good night, guys. Later.